Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 9 of the Unfinished Basement podcast. This is the show where we talk about things going on in the world, engage with them critically, and offer our general thoughts on these things. We talk about anything from video games to movies or just generally interesting topics. In this episode, we're going to start off with our AskReddit section and then move on to our discussion of Conor McGregor's retirement, Joey Diaz, and Netflix comedy specials, amongst other topics. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Unfinished Basement podcast. We can also be heard on Stitcher, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I'm Joe.
I'm Pete.
I'm Lou.
And I'm Juice.
And without further ado, enjoy the show. Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm just here in the unfinished basement.
Well, you know what? On that, this is the Unfinished Basement, and we are live.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
For serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're here,
okay.
man. We're good.
One of my
Alright, dope.
stupid starts again.
Yeah, before we kick this off, I just wanted to say we hit a milestone. A small one at that, but we just cracked 200 viewers, guys. Give it a clap.
For the Unfinished
200
Basement.
total unique devices on iTunes alone. So that is
The big clap.
yeah, I have some cake for us.
Do you?
Oh,
I don't.
I like cake. I had some cheesecake today.
Booty cake?
Yeah. I like
Dude,
booty.
cake. Any cake's good, dude. I love cake.
But before
Yeah.
before we continue, because we saved our pleas to the very end last week,
Mm.
I want to bring it real quick.
Okay.
How are you guys doing on your battle against laziness and
my
effort
reading.
to improve yourself?
I'm in the same position as last week.
Okay.
I'm in the same position as
Okay.
last
I got,
I'm still not, well, I'm not jobless, so
Mhm.
there's that. but
Yeah.
I'm still not applied to school, so
That's alright.
yeah.
You'll
so
get there.
eventually.
I got some minor setbacks
Fuck,
in the
dude.
form of civilization.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
You,
but hey,
you're
man,
just
I'm
talking
doing
about
my homework,
raping
though.
and pillaging. That's all you want to
Yeah.
do, huh?
No, man. Are you kidding me?
Or you win the
I-
culture wars.
Yeah, dude. I go for the culture victory, and I had a science victory. And then
Wow.
I
Big in
tried another conquest victory, and I was Queen Elizabeth was who I was given.
Really?
I got absolutely fucking destroyed. I tried to take over a city state. I punched in like 35 turns into one war. Completely wasted time because I had to back off. Didn't end up winning it. Came back about 15 turns later. Punched in another 20 turns. One of my spies found out that Istanbul, the Ottoman Empire, was planning a secret attack, and I saw their military coming to my borders, and I wasn't prepared, so I just fucking ended that one. And now I'm back at it as I don't know who, but it's a good run I'm in right now. It's interesting. I'm
Can you
excited to
play
see
as
what's gonna
Hitler in
happen.
that game?
No Hitler.
Oh, that's
so-
so sad.
How many hours did you put in
That's a-
today?
Today,
We're not anti-Semitic. It's just,
no.
Yeah.
It's just a genuine question. Today, I don't know how many I put in. I probably put in like 2 or 3. 3 hours, I'd say. 3 hours.
You lose
sounds-
track of time in that game, man.
Yeah. Oh,
3
man.
hours?
Yeah, guaranteed.
Holy fuck.
Dude, it's such a dirty, rotten grind, man.
Plus Minecraft.
Yeah, a
Oh.
little bit of Minecraft.
Peter,
But, yeah.
are you reading?
No.
All right, well, I got a surprise for you.
Oh, dear. I saw those books, and I didn't know if it was true or not. Let's see. Dude.
Sorry about the
Yeah.
metal.
The Rumble.
Read them to
I've
me.
got 2 books. You're good. I've given you recommendations. You're good.
Oh yeah, no.
One for you, Peter.
Yeah.
This is On the Road by Jack Kerouac. Let me quickly read the
On the Road by Jack. Hit the road, Jack.
exactly.
Okay.
So, the description goes pulsating with the rhythms of the 50s underground America, jazz, illicit drugs, and the mystery and promise of the open road. Jack Kerouac's classic novel of freedom and longing to find what it means to be beat. It has
Fresh.
inspired every generation since its initial publication in 1957. So,
Beautiful.
this is for you, my friend.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You better read it.
I will. I promise.
And it's really easy to read. And
Yeah.
Yoses, this is for you.
Oh, fuck.
Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. This is a classic. No, this is actually a classic. That's a classic too, Peter. Joe, you mentioned to me once you read a book by a Nigerian author.
Yep.
Chinua Achebe is Nigerian. And
Sorry.
Things Fall Apart tells 2 intertwining stories, both centering on Okonkwo, a strongman of an Igbo village of an fuck's sakes, of an Igbo village in Nigeria. The first a powerful fable of immemorial conflict between the individual and society traces Okonkwo's fall from grace with the tribal world. The second, as modern as the first is ancient, concerns the clash of cultures and the destruction of Okonkwo's world with the arrival of the aggressive European missionaries.
All right.
This is for you. Again, you better read it. Very easy to read. It's not too long either. Neither is On the Road.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Thanks, Jules.
No problem. You know, I just want to share my
Knowledge.
bookshelf with
Your
people.
book
Not
knowledge.
even knowledge. I just want people to read.
What are you, Ty Lopez?
Knowledge. You know what, man? I try to be Ty Lopez. No, I don't try to be.
You don't have to.
But where
Please
the
don't
fuck's
say
my
that.
Lamborghini? I read every day.
I got 10,000 books here. I read a book a day.
Trying to read a book a day. Yeah, you know what kind of books he reads? Like, how to wipe your ass. Fucking
For dummies.
how to wipe your ass and not have shit on the toilet paper.
Dude, it was actually debunked. If you look really close to that bookshelf, you'll see a bunch of fucking nudie mags.
Really?
No.
Oh, fuck. You got me excited.
Yeah.
He is a fraud though.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It's
apparently he's
been-
just running a massive Ponzi scheme or
Yeah,
some shit.
he doesn't even live in those houses. that
No,
he's doing it.
he rented
Yeah.
He
them.
rents them out. They're
apparently.
literally on Airbnb.
Yeah. What a fucking guy, man. Fuck. I mean, he must be making money somewhere though. Like just
Yeah, pawning people.
yeah. For sure.
People think that they're gonna buy his book, get all this knowledge, and then all of a sudden own a Lamborghini in the Hollywood Hills.
I love that
Here
dude.
at Hollywood Hills.
When you
my
guys
Lamborghini over here.
when you guys first saw that like advertisement, like did you watch it like through the whole thing? Like,
No.
I think
maybe, like, the
halfway
third-
through.
Maybe like the third time I saw it, I actually watched it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
lately, I've not been watching, but I've been seeing a lot of these fucking get rich quick motherfuckers on
Yeah.
YouTube videos, and it's been pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah, he was like the original of that, you know? They were like it's like
Yeah.
get rich quick on magazines and shit like
Mhm.
that, you know,
Yeah.
magazine covers, tabloid mags. And then YouTube, you know? And he was the first one to do it on YouTube. So
Mhm.
Where's it?
he's something of a visionary, I guess.
Yeah, for the scamming world.
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
Man, it must be good to be a scammer though. You probably make good money.
Until you get arrested.
If you're good at it.
Yeah. Until you spend 25 to life in jail for scheming some guy who ended up being in the FBI.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Or just like a bunch of people who thought they were going
A
to
lot
make
of
bank and then
connected-
end up killing themselves.
Imagine you scam a mobster. Like
and-
that's just like crossing the wrong person, you know.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
come to you, and then Luca Brasi whacks you with a paddle with holes in it.
He puts a gun to your head.
Tua, you're dead.
I love Luca Brasi, man. It's too bad that he had to go the way he did. The
You know
fucking
what? The
Turk,
fishes
man,
were
Virgil
The fishes
Salazzo.
were hungry, and the
Yeah.
fishes had a good meal.
It's a Sicilian message. It means he sleeps with the fishes. It's a good scene, man. The whole movie's fucking good, but we went on this last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Should we move on to the
Ask Redders.
Yeah.
questions?
We got some AskReddit for you guys as per usual.
Question.
Mhm.
Who's up?
Who's going first?
Should we shoot rock paper scissors?
Across the
Yeah,
table.
fuck it. Let's do it. Okay.
All right.
We got
ready?
4 people.
We got
How's this
4
gonna work?
Joe and I play. You and Pete play. Winner plays them, and then they
Okay,
go last.
You guys first.
Okay,
'Kay.
on rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's
'Kay.
when you show.
All right.
Okay.
Snake.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper,
scissors,
scissors, shoot. Oh, all
enough.
right.
Joe beats
Okay.
Lucas. Paper to rock. All right, you ready?
Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's the Battle of the Titans. All right,
Jules
Jules
won.
takes it. Jules takes it. Pete, it's me and you. Then the finals, Joe and Juice.
Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Sorry.
Oh, you went
I
after
did,
me
I did,
there.
I did,
All
I
right,
did,
all
I
right.
did.
I always go rock
Yeah,
though.
okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What did I just tell you, man? I told you I always go rock.
Tried that on me last week. Lost shotgun that way.
yeah, yeah, I
Holy
did.
fuck.
So I'm last?
Wait, no.
No.
Whoever wins this one gets to choose whether they want to go first or last, and then we reverse the order like that.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
What the fuck?
So
It's the
confusing.
winner's choice, man.
Okay,
Go, you
okay.
two, you two.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Okay, Joe, do you want to go first? Or, holy hell, you want to go first or last?
Nah, Peter's first.
Oh.
Okay, dope.
Yeah. All right. Fuck, where's my question? I just told you guys my question.
No,
you
you
didn't.
didn't.
I'm lying.
No, you told us, and then you said no. Fuck that. I want a different one.
Okay. Yeah. So I said, like, I'm gonna kind of change this question up, but it's like, what is your favorite conspiracy theory? But it's kind of like what, like you're stupid, like a stupid conspiracy theory that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, just make it either way. I think
yeah,
if it's one you like, or if it's one you think
like,
you like it because it's dumb as fuck.
it's dumb as fuck.
Bush did 9/11.
That's yours.
Yeah.
That's a man.
Like it's
Where did that
it's a
start?
believable. I don't know, but it's a believable conspiracy once you like really look into it.
Yeah.
But like the people at first that were really like trying to push it, it just sounded dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
Bush
especially
did
'cause they-
9/11.
It's all those
Especially because they put it as their Steam name and shit like
Yeah.
that. you
Dude,
know?
I remember like seeing
Bush
like
did 9/11
YouTube
69.
videos
Yeah.
and like it's like the Twin Towers with like fake fire in the background and Bush's face just like coming out of the towers.
Have you seen the fucking the video of it's like from Toy Story where Buzz Lightyear's holding Woody?
No.
He's holding him. Okay, so Buzz Lightyear's holding Woody and they're chasing the van that has all the toys and stuff inside of it.
yeah.
And
They get the rocket.
Buzz is flying and he does like this massive dip into the ground and then comes right back up and starts flying. They're like, "Oh my God, you're doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You're flying." And then
Seen
Woody
that
looks up
scene.
at him and he's like, "Oh my God, Buzz, watch out!" And then it cuts to a scene of the airplane hitting the Twin
No.
Towers.
That's
Dude,
fucking.
those are
brutal,
too
man.
funny. Those
Yeah.
are too funny.
Man, see
Yeah,
the
I think
thing?
it's too soon. We can't be talking about that if we have any Americans
It's been
listening.
like
We're very
fucking
sorry,
17 years,
that's fucking
18
hilarious.
years.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it's been that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember fucking like being in class, like in like grade 1, and they were like, "Oh, like some planes crashed into the World Trade Center, rip New Yorkers." Or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, because then if you really think about it, like it was a simpler time too.
Mhm.
Like nobody
Mhm.
had social medias and stuff like that either.
Yeah.
How were we gonna find? I get it. We were in grade 1, but like even like the teachers and stuff like that. Like there are no
Yeah.
TVs really in our
No.
school.
No, everybody
You have
clued
to
into
watch
the
it on the
news,
news.
dude. Everybody
Yeah.
clued into the news. Like my whole family was
Everyone
just
pretty
sitting,
much-
and like our eyes were deadlocked onto this.
Yeah, everyone found out at like 4:30 when
Yeah.
they were gathering around their TV getting ready for dinner
Mhm.
after school.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say that's like the first major event that we all experienced here. Like,
the first like
I
Yeah.
think so too.
catastrophic.
like
event.
yeah, really huge, like, worldwide event
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that we experienced. But the thing about those conspiracies, like Bush did 9/11, is that like once you like dig deeper, like it's kind of hard not to dismiss it completely. You know?
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Yeah. Like.
Or
No, honestly though, if you really look into them, like
Mhm.
some of the stuff, like it's factual too. Like it's not just
Yeah.
people rambling with a conspiracy. Like it's actual facts,
Mhm.
and it's crazy. But like I'm saying the movement from the beginning, like the beginning portion of it, I find that funny.
Yeah.
Like just the whole Bush
Yeah,
did
right away.
9/11,
Yeah.
like just fucking just
Just
out
a-
of left part, like
the
out of
meme
left
of it.
field. Yeah, like it just and and people still to this day, their gaming usernames. It's like jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Bush did 9/11/69.
Yeah.
Something
Jesus.
stupid like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's mine.
I see Bush did 7-Eleven a lot now too.
Okay.
That one's everywhere.
Is he responsible for those Queedies you eat every day?
Every day, man. Relax there. Hold your horses, feller.
Listen,
Lou's ideal scenario is a bowl full of Queedies and Civilization running in the background.
That's actually dope, man. Honestly, today I had some cheesecake running while Civilization, and like,
Isn't that hard? Like to
Fuck.
multitask
No,
with
what
the
about your
cheesecake?
poutine no gravy?
Oh, that's
no, I ain't even boat
you mean
that.
fries with cheese?
cheese
fries with
curds.
No, dude, it's all about the pulled pork, man. I wouldn't be all about that poutine no gravy if
Okay,
there wasn't
sorry.
any
Pulled pork with a side of fries.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lou, that's not poutine.
It's not.
If
gravy.
there's no gravy,
gravy
there's,
makes
it's
the
no
poutine.
Man, listen to me. I buy it from Smoke's Poutineery.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
yeah,
right?
but they say here's your fries with meat.
That doesn't matter. I buy fucking the keg burgers and put them on the grill. Doesn't mean I'm going up to people saying, "Here's your AAA steak from the keg." Like,
Honestly, you know how many times I've been yeah, I guess we'll call it laughed at for when
Yeah.
ordering at Smokes or something, and like I'll be like no gravy, and they give me like this look.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say
I'm
even
like,
the
honestly, I
workers.
get that
Because like,
every
look
time.
at you. You're a Canadian, like the archetypical
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah,
You know, you're
with a
walking
beard.
with your plaid sweater and your lumberjack beard. You say, "Yeah, give me that poutine, double pork, no gravy, extra feta."
That's greasy, man. Honestly,
It
I
is
walked in there
greasy.
one time with a Canadian tux, fat as hell, big ass beard, and got no
Mhm.
gravy. They actually laughed me out the door.
Wow, it sucks, man.
Yeah, that they hurt me.
you
In my-
need to
in my
you need to start
dreams,
putting gravy on your poutine.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what?
Like, why?
this is
But
gonna
why
sound-
don't you like gravy?
Hold up,
dude?
hold
what
up,
the
hold
fuck?
up.
It's just meat
I'm
juice.
gonna get to this right now. Now
That's
you
not-
guys are
That's not appealing.
you guys are
How's that
going
not
to-
appealing?
Meat juice.
Because it's also thick meat juice, you know.
Yeah,
But listen,
cremeuse.
You guys are gonna probably call bullshit on me, but within the last 2 months, I'd say, I ask for a little bit of gravy. Now, yeah, I can. You guys can all speak with my girlfriend. Shout out to Rosie. She can back me out. She can back me up on this one.
Yeah.
A little bit of gravy. Not too much though. I don't like to drink the gravy. You know, I just like to
You
have a
want
little
him to
bit.
s-
Plus,
you want him
some
to
places
sprinkle it on.
just sprinkle it. Some places it's very earthy. You know.
Okay,
Like,
I know what you mean. By
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I get
See,
it.
I don't like that kind of gravy when it's too earthy. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I don't discriminate. I slurp that. I'm a slurper.
Yeah, man. But you fucking mix in ketchup with your gravy. So
Okay, what's the problem? Man, I have a little thing. I dip my gravy covered fries in the ketchup, and like you
And
could
then,
see
and then in his Coke.
you could see there's like a little like separation between the ketchup and the
Ketchup.
ketchup and the gravy. It's
right.
like you know how oil and water don't mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, kind of like that, but it just tastes
I
good.
think it's because from
see.
the vinegar in the ketchup.
Oh, 100%. And gravy is pretty much oil and meat juice, like I said before. So,
Mhm. Mhm. All
but
that goody.
yeah,
meat
let me tell you guys my favorite conspiracy theory. Because it's pretty fucking dumb, if I say so myself. It's that the government puts fluoride in your water so that they could like brainwash you
What?
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's so stupid because fluoride is like good for your teeth and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but too much isn't good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but no one's going to the
They don't-
dentist and asking, "Hey, can I get a cup of fluoride to
Yeah.
gulp down
Yeah.
before my
and
appointment?"
it's like microscopic amounts of fluoride,
Mhm.
like
In your
per
water.
glass of water or whatever. Like it's not like you're drinking equal parts fluoride, equal parts water.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
No, they have like a really like
Yeah.
small unit
And like it's
measurement
good for your
it.
teeth, you
Yeah.
know. And apparently, I just found this out. You're supposed to floss first, mouthwash, and then brush your teeth, and then not rinse too much because the fluoride stays on your teeth. And if you rinse, you just wash away all that good fluoride.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I rinse heavy.
You rinse. Yeah, so do I. I'm
Mhm.
trying to stop.
Yeah.
No, because mouthwash always tastes like shit.
Yeah.
That's why, like, it stings.
It does. Especially the
Mhm.
sides of your mouth. I find it stings the sides of my mouth.
Yeah, because you're more like vulnerable over there.
Yeah. I have a canker right now.
Good to know.
Those are
Yeah, it
fucking
sucks.
annoying, dude.
Yeah.
They're so annoying.
Yeah, right on the side of my mouth. But yeah, I think that my favorite. You know what, man? I mean, I don't know exactly if it's stupid because there are a lot of people that it's a hot one for the past few years. But chemtrails, you know,
Chemtrails.
chemtrails are pretty fucking wild. Basically, similar to the
Elaborate, yeah.
government infusing our
Uh-huh.
water with poisonous amounts of fluoride. Chemtrails, the government is putting toxins into the air and releasing them with planes, basically.
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
that. I've seen that little conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah.
They're flying them over like poorer areas to try
Yeah.
and get rid of low income areas to bring in more.
Yeah,
high
they say
income.
it's all about population control. But I mean, I don't know exactly
Clearly
if it's
not
true,
working.
No.
But yeah, no kidding.
People are fucking like rabbits making babies every day.
Yep. Yeah, the babies don't stop, man. And that's the thing is once the population increases, it then increases even faster. You know, it just
Mhm.
scales upwards because there are more people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Canada's birth rate is fairly low right now, relative to what it should be.
It's
Yeah,
it's been
it's always been
progressively
low.
getting higher though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
been progressively getting higher, and I think it's just because, again, obviously our population's getting bigger, and it's not just because we're multiplying. It's
Mm-hmm.
we're letting in a lot more people too,
Yeah. Lots
and then
of
and then
And
them
they
and then
have
them
babies
too.
too,
They're
yeah, they have a
reproducing
lot
as
of
well.
babies.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah.
that's good though, man. Fuck, we need to break that 40 million threshold. Like I'm
Yeah.
tired of the 35 million people living in Canada,
Man.
less than California as a whole. I'm tired of that. We need more people in this country.
When we were kids, it was like
33.
33. I always
Was it?
remember seeing as the number. Now I think we're up to like 38.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Pull that up,
Population
Lou.
in Canada reads 37.06 million.
Dope. I'm
Yep.
excited for that 40 million mark.
We're gonna celebrate 40
Yeah.
million people.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely celebrating our 10th episode next week.
Oh,
That's for
fuck.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh fuck, we're gonna get
Man,
out
that's
here.
gonna be huge for me because I'm gonna be just finishing 2 exams.
You
We're
guys
gonna
will be
come here,
fresh
we'll
into
get
summer break.
loaded.
I know I'm off work, so I don't need to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Fresh into
That's
summer
huge.
break.
That's fresh.
Huge.
Fresh for really.
But,
Peter, what's yours?
Okay, so again, it's like you, Jules. Mine's kind of like everybody talks about it. It's
Mhm.
very stupid because some people actually believe in this because
Mhm.
YouTube has sucked people into this. It's the flat Earth versus the Earth being round,
and
and it's just fucking
The
stupid.
flat earthers, man.
Yeah, dude.
That was me, by the way. My bad.
No, it's okay.
So good.
Yeah.
But also I was gonna say like these movements that we
Mm.
make, they're like barely audible.
Okay, good.
Like we hear them because the headphone amplifier works well, but like
Mhm.
in the recording it doesn't come out very loud. But Peter,
Okay.
the flat earthers, man, they're fucked.
They're
They're
stupid.
just like anti-vaxxers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know? Like why are people so fucking dumb?
What do people think when you're gonna get to one certain point at the end of like the earth? They're
Mhm.
just gonna fall. Like
I don't know.
that's
Yeah,
the
I-
stupidest.
But
thing.
where has that ever happened in all of the years that people have been living? When have you
Never
ever heard? Oh
happened.
yeah, that dude. Yeah, he just disappeared. I think he fell off the side of the earth.
Yeah, man. It's literally fucking impossible. Like, well, yeah. I mean, because it's only impossible because it's scientifically proved
Mhm.
otherwise. But like, it's
Yeah,
such a weird thing.
And
Like,
it's like
how do they explain the other planets too?
Yeah. It's even
like, oh,
NASA
is the sun,
too.
is the sun flat as
Yeah,
well?
they call that
Mm.
fake, dude. They just don't believe in the universe. Like
What,
they
don't-
don't.
the government shot up a massive fucking light,
Mhm.
and there's like just a guy holding up a spotlight up there.
No, it's we're all in a simulation, and that's just a big screen up above us.
My God.
Wow.
With
Kind of like that movie Jim Carrey was in. What's it called?
oh yeah,
Bruce
the
Almighty? Is it Bruce?
the something about the TV show, like
Truman Show.
Truman Show. Thank
No.
you.
That's a good
Good
fucking
movie. Really good
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, that movie's a fucking trip, man. What even happens at the end to him?
He discovers that he's in a show, and then he like breaks free.
He
breaks
ends
out.
up getting free
Yeah,
though in
and
the
the
end.
show just like ends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had like his wife as an actor and shit. Like all
Yeah.
of his. It was such a weird movie. Really cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Who's up next on?
That would be you.
That's me. Oh right, we're doing the order. We did rock
Yeah.
paper scissors. Fuck, I forgot. All right, I got one. What are you currently absolutely addicted to? That was an easy one for me this week. Anybody?
Who wants to start?
You want me to start?
Yeah, go for
Why
it.
not?
It's my vape,
Yeah.
dude. It's bad.
Mhm.
It's either that, like I said, it's either that or cigarettes, and I definitely don't want to start cigarettes.
No.
No,
So,
you
like,
can't smoke.
No, exactly.
We gotta stop vaping too,
Yeah,
because like we can't just be like, oh, like we're off the cigarettes, but like it's okay. We got our vape now. Like no, we just gotta like stop putting shit in our lungs except air, man.
Clean air. We all got to move up to Tottenham and breathe in the fresh air.
Dude, it's actually fresh air. Like when you go outside, just like it's actually noticeably fresher
Yeah.
than from down under.
take some
especially like
hikes.
walking around York University campus
Man,
relative
that's
to
the
here.
dirtiest air you'll ever breathe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you know that apparently Keelan Steels is the highest point in Toronto, in Toronto that's above sea level. So
Really?
if there's a flood, you want to hit York University.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
You know what's
Some-
weird? It's
some
like
knowledge.
yeah, there's like around here there's like one point where like you could see the whole city. Like kind of near Bolton area.
Mm-hmm. Like
You could
Toronto?
yeah, you can
Oh,
see the
shit.
whole city, and it's like a low end of the hill. It's like at the bottom of a hill, and you can see the whole city, and it's like it's just weird. Like, and when you're at the top of the hill, you can't see it. Obviously, 'cause it's blocked by trees and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
Toronto's pretty below sea level. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
like 300,000 feet or something like that.
No,
no, 300
that's nutty.
feet, 300 feet below sea level or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe. Let's look it up.
Yeah, I saw a map like that the other day. But so Peter's addicted to vaping. Joe, what are you addicted to?
I don't know, like kind of like routinely, I think as of late, it's just kind of when I first wake up in the morning, I'll lie down for an extra 20 minutes just beside my dog and just rub his stomach.
That's the funniest thing. I
That's
can picture
amazing.
that too. I can picture
Yeah.
little Louis.
Yeah, that's pretty much like it's starting to become
Mhm.
like every single morning. It's like I don't do it without, I don't wake up without
Mhm.
rubbing his stomach.
It's really funny that you say that because in my head I was like, Louis.
Yeah.
You know, that was the first
Yeah.
thing I thought for you. But real quick before you answer, Juice, the lowest elevation is approximately 76.5 meters at Yonge and Queens Quay. Lakeshore is 75 meters. So Lakeshore would be the lowest then.
Oh, that's
1
right by
point
world
of,
famous.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess so.
So don't go there in a flood.
And then the highest elevation is approximately 209 meters, Keelan Steels. And the highest
Steele?
elevation in Old Toronto is approximately 181 meters at Old Forest Hill Road and Bathurst.
So I was wrong entirely.
300,000.
300. No, I meant to say 300 feet.
The
but
lost city of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
What do you
That's
got?
another good theory too. The lost city of Atlantis.
I don't know that one. Like I've heard of it before, but I don't know exactly the details.
There's like
Anyways.
this city between the Strait of Gibraltar. It's like Spain and Morocco. There's
Mhm.
like supposedly a city there.
Like completely underwater,
Yeah,
right? Like old,
yeah,
like an
it's
old
sunk,
city.
Yeah.
Well, has it ever been found?
No.
So it's literally just a bunch
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
Since like the ancient
People are still
Greeks.
looking though.
Wow, that's weird, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Imagine we find it. There's just like people with like dicks for arms.
How much cum do you think is in the ocean?
Dude, too much cum.
Yeah.
Whale semen.
Whale
it's like
semen.
They,
Holy
they,
hell.
they squirt out gallons at a time. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
They got big ass balls.
Fuck, they'd make
I don't
good
think
porn
they
stars.
have balls. Like steel,
Holy fuck.
the fucking whale lord. But
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I think I'm addicted to Netflix.
Oh, that's a good.
You know
one.
what? That's a really fucking good one.
Mhm.
Because recently I've gotten into that too.
Like I can't. I tried to go to sleep without the TV running in the background, and it took me 4 hours of just laying in darkness and tossing and turning to actually fall asleep. I don't know what that says. Like, am I addicted to the blue light from the television? Am I addicted to Netflix itself? Am I addicted to media, or am I just depressed? Like, I don't know what it is, you know. But that's
definitely something.
That's the T.
Yeah. I feel that, man. I have the same affliction with Netflix, but what happens to me is like some nights if I get home like late and then I know I have work the next day, okay, like 9 out of 10 nights I'll have Netflix running and I don't even watch one full episode of The Office. You
Really?
know, I'll turn it on just to turn it on. It'll run for like fucking like 3 minutes and I'm out. I barely make the first scene, you know?
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that's what happens to me too.
yeah, but like on some nights, like I said, where I'm just like, nah, fuck it. I can fall asleep reasonably, but other than that, I see no reason to not have it on. So I'm kind of in the same boat, but I don't really have too much difficulty without it,
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm thinking about it. But anyway, I got I said already, Civilization is just like a greasy grind, like fucking.
Yeah, it
Too
actually
much,
is
yeah.
greasy.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know, man.
3
Dude,
hours today?
I
That's
was-
fucked,
I was-
man.
I was
You got a
talking-
problem.
Oh, I have a problem for sure, man. I was talking with my cousin Jesse, and he didn't really know what Civ was. So Jordan is like, it's my cousin Jesse, my cousin Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking with them about the game, and they wanted me to play Apex. I'm like, I can't. and they're like, why? And I'm like, Civilization. And Jordan's like, dude, you're playing a fucking board game. And Jesse just starts snapping. He's like, what? Civilization's a board game. What kind of fucking greasy grind is that, man? I was dying. I'm like,
But it
honestly,
is a
Jess,
board
like,
game.
it's literally a board game, but it's like the best board game of all time.
Imagine, if, like, you think they would release a Civilization board game, like, to actually play in real life with
Risk.
multiplayer?
Yeah, it's a
Risk? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Risk?
I think so. I think it's like the closest thing to
Mm.
Civ. Catan Universe, or Catan Universe might just be the PC version.
What is
but
Catan
Catan
mean?
is like it's like a strategy
Yeah, same thing.
turn-based game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it's like the closest thing I think, that or Risk. But I'm not a like board game aficionado, so there probably is something that's pretty close to Civ.
True skis.
Who's up next? What do we got?
I think it's Juice.
It's me? All right. What's the nicest compliment you've ever received from a girl?
Fuck.
No.
Take me out, coach.
Why not, Lou? Come on.
Come
I
on.
don't know, man. I
Someone's
can't
had to
tell.
have said something.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want to
no,
paint
obviously.
the bullseye on his back.
Pew pew pew.
No, I don't know, man. I won't answer because I genuinely don't remember. But at the same time, I don't remember what the nicest compliment I've ever given to anyone was. You know what I
Ooh.
mean? Like,
yeah, no, I don't give
No.
compliments. No, it's not 'cause like I don't think there's nice things to point out to people. I'm just too fucking awkward to say, hey, like you look nice today.
No,
hey,
I,
baby
I,
girl,
I can do
you
that.
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Like,
Oh,
there's
okay,
this
I
one-
can't do that.
There's this one time, Lou was dating someone in high school. Not gonna name
Oh,
drop,
God.
and she cut her hair one day.
Oh,
And like
fuck off,
in my
man.
head, I was like I said it like normally. I was like, hey, like I like your hair, and then she's like, yeah, dude. Was like, when you came up to me, you're like fucking, like stiff, like fucking, you wouldn't like stiff as a board, and you're like, I like your hair. It's like, dude, in my head, I was like, fucking, that sounded like it sounded normal, but apparently not. So I just stopped giving compliments to people altogether after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember that, man. But no, I feel the same way. Like I don't really have the swagger, you
Mhm.
know, to. I mean, that's pretty specific because like you're, like I can like watch a game of hockey and be like, or like be on the ice and be like, oh fuck, man, good goal. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or like, good game. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. When it comes to women, it's a whole nother ballpark, man. It's a completely
Dude,
different
it's
game.
strategic.
You know,
Walking on eggshells. That's
it's not
why.
even the same fucking sport as Julian
Same
Julian
fucking
from Pulp
sport.
Fiction would say. Jules, excuse me, from Pulp Fiction. Samuel L. Jackson.
Peter, you go.
Okay.
What's the nicest compliment you've ever received from a woman?
From a woman,
Mm-hmm.
probably my eyes, because I just like I'm not being.
What color are your eyes,
They're
Peter?
green, dude.
They're green, eh?
They are green, but they're-
Really?
yeah, they're covered by my
I
glasses.
just thought they were brown.
I thought so too. I
No,
can't
dude, they're
Yeah,
green.
me too.
Let's take a gander, Marcus.
Yeah.
Come
lift
on
up your
closer.
glasses.
Let me get my glasses on. Hold up.
Damn, them hoes is green.
Dude, it's from cutting grass. No,
Wow, Pete, that's a sight
Maybe
to behold,
smoking
brother.
Too much
Yeah, dude.
grass.
my
Bring
eyes.
that ass over here.
Dear. Yeah,
Fuck.
that's probably it. Either that or my hair.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
you got
like
nice
your
hair.
hair, Peter.
I don't like. That's how you would say it.
That's how I would say it. So yeah, basically, I'm just not complimenting people these days.
You know, I don't really do it either. Like I'll do it with like people I'm friends with.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yeah, like people you know.
Yeah.
Or like I would
yeah,
never.
but like
yeah.
a compliment I've received from like I don't really know. Like no one's really walked up to me random and be like, "Hey man, you're short. I love it." Like no one's really like come up
Yeah,
to
but
me.
there's
and
I
said
can,
other attributes about you.
yeah, like
than,
I've gotten
compliment.
my eyes, but like other than
Mhm.
that, like oh you're so cute. Like yeah, fuck off. I'm not 12. Like,
I can think of one for you, Joe.
oh
Oh,
fuck.
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hola, chiquito.
Fuck.
That's
Yeah.
not really a compliment. That's more of
No,
like
no.
a predatory
Yeah.
prowl, you
Yeah.
know.
On
Oh, that
vacation?
was he was a
Nothing,
predator.
He was
That
a
man was a
predator.
predator.
Yeah, nothing against anyone who's gay,
So
but
no,
I tend to get hit on a lot.
let's tell these stories. So
Oh yeah.
let's tell the story. So we were in
Yeah.
Punta Cana, and I talk with a Dominican accent because I can. So no one else is able to talk like that.
No.
Okay.
Plapa.
So I'm from the Dominican Republic, and we were in Punta Cana one day, and like we're all at the bar or whatever, and this greasy motherfucker wearing shorts, like
Up
it
to
doesn't
his-
matter how short your shorts
to
are or
his
whatever,
ass
but they were
cheeks.
pretty much undies.
Oh yeah.
And he goes up to Joe and he's like, "Hola, chiquito," and like the rest of the trip, he was following us around, just like looking at Joe and like licking his lips. Like it was fucking. I would have been scared if I were you, Joe.
But to
Yeah.
top it off, like the guy worked there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you-
Like he was
He
an
was-
employee.
he was an
He was
entertainer.
the dude that was like, assembling everyone to hit the Macarena in the pool.
Yeah, but dude,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
you gotta think like these fucking hotel workers there, like borderline gigolos. I mean, like look at my dad. Like he married my mom working at a hotel, you know?
What? Really? I didn't.
Yeah, he was a manager at a hotel, and they met somehow.
That's fucking
Some
dope.
way, you know. I guess, sure. If it
Well, I
led to
mean,
me here,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
fucking
pretty
dope, dude. Now we're here in the unfinished
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
Hola, Chiquita.
Yeah,
Is that how your dad started?
yeah
When you were-
probably. I don't know.
No, that was funny as fuck though. And he literally followed
Yeah,
followed
he's
us
a
around all
predator,
week.
dude.
Yeah.
It was,
was no
weird, man.
exaggeration.
Like I couldn't go anywhere by myself. We had a buddy system.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
I
remember.
us. We were walking to the
To the bar.
buffet one night. Yeah.
That's where I remember it most. It was like
Yep.
3:00 in the afternoon. The
Mm.
dude must have been punched out because he wasn't working.
no.
He just was lurking.
Didn't he ask us to come to a club too?
He was
I don't
literally
know,
lurking.
man.
He
Like, yes.
probably did.
I don't know anymore. But like we're standing there, and obviously like we were just on the beach. We're not wearing anything. Like we were just wearing our bathing suits, and the guys like
So were we all naked?
we're wearing
what
our
it sounded
bathing
like.
suits, and the guy's just
The
like
shorts?
walking up with like his like pelvis kind of thrusted
Yeah.
forward, and kind of just, and then that's when the Hola Chiquito came out.
The best is the fact that he not only had the really, really short shorts, but he also had the shirt tucked.
Oh
know?
my
Oy.
god.
It was funny, man.
So he was on
Yeah,
the
for
prowl.
you guys,
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
It
For me,
was.
I had to watch my back for the entire
You
trip.
just squeeze your cheeks.
Do you guys remember when you know how Dan was always like afraid of like snakes and lizards and stuff,
Yeah.
and that one guy was walking on the beach with it, and Dan had passed out?
Oh,
So-
didn't we get Dan?
Oh,
didn't
that's
we put him
right.
on it?
Yeah, like I went up to the guy and fucking like held it, and then someone woke him up. I've never seen a more genuine face of just terror in my life. It was the funniest thing.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
he
I don't
freaked out
remember
bad.
that.
You don't remember that?
I do. I remember that
I
clearly.
remember that too.
Yeah, it was a good time. Fuck,
was,
man, just genuine horror.
What kind of lizard was it?
I don't
Was
know.
it
It was,
iguana?
like,
It was an iguana.
Yeah,
It was an
that's what it
iguana, where
was.
you take the photos with them. and
Yes,
you're like,
the
yeah.
thing was
Smile.
the thing was massive.
yeah, it was
Dude,
big.
its tail was as long as my forearm.
Yeah, he was a big boy. The guy was holding snakes too, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not."
not doing that.
Not
then.
about
not
to get
picking that
choked
one
out
up.
on the beaches of the Dominican.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, really, what are they gonna do? You know?
Say sorry. And just
Yeah,
take the snake
right?
and walk
Like-
away.
Sorry,
fuck.
chiquito.
Yeah, they'll just pin the destruction of a hotel room on us, and we'll get fucking charged for it.
Not be able to leave the hotel
Yeah,
until
exactly.
we pay.
Yeah, if we tried to fuck with them, that's what they do to us. Lucky that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was the question?
It was the nicest compliment you've ever received from a woman.
Oh yeah, okay, so we're done with that then.
Yeah.
No, I didn't answer mine. I
Oh,
didn't answer
you-
mine.
oh,
fuck,
okay,
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 fuck.
you-
Let's hear this.
This is like kind of like a double-edged sword. Like I don't know if it's a compliment or not, but it pisses me off, and I'd like to debunk it.
We'll help
Right
to figure.
here, right
we'll
now.
help you figure
I
it
think
out.
I know what it is, but go.
You remind me of George Costanza.
Dude, no, if someone said that, I'd be so happy. I tell myself that every day. But no, I wouldn't be happy. George is a scumbag.
He really is.
No, fucking girls come up to me and they say, "Oh, your eyebrows are so nice. Do you do your eyebrows?" So see, it always starts off with, "Wow, you have really nice eyebrows," and I say, "Thank you," followed by immediately, "Do you do your eyebrows?" And I'm debunking it right here, right fucking now. I don't do my eyebrows. I'm just follically challenged, okay? I'm just not a hairy dude. I'm just not a hairy dude, and I have hair in the places I don't want it to be, except for my face.
Preach.
I'm happy it's on my face, and if it wasn't on my face, it would be really unfortunate. But yeah. So that's a double-edged sword. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I just wanted to debunk that. That's why I selected this question here. So if you ever ask me
You have nice
if I do my eyebrows, don't be surprised when I get defensive because it's fucking annoying. People have been asking me since I was in like the 6th grade if I do my eyebrows.
Wow, that's really weird, man.
Yeah,
You know what?
I just have thin eyebrows. Like some people have thin eyebrows.
Hmm.
It's a blessing in disguise, dude.
I don't know. I kind of want them fucking
No,
caterpillars on
dude,
loose.
I got fucking thick ass eyebrows, man. My eyebrows are brutal. They're way too
They're
thick.
not that thick. Do you do your
I don't know.
eyebrows, Lou?
No, like
See how fucking
genuinely though, like occasionally. it'll
emasculating
go.
is that
Yeah,
question?
like I'll have to do the middle, or else, dude,
Yeah.
I look like
Or else you're completing a
I look
bridge.
disgusting. Like you look gross.
Really? But like,
Yeah, man.
eyebrows are like such a inconsequential thing. I think
When
you
the
know?
hair is thick, it's noticeable, and it'll cancel out anything else you have going for you on your face.
Mm.
You could be like one of the best looking people in the world. The unibrow, people won't walk up to you and be like, "Holy fuck, you're a good looking dude." They'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is up with your eyebrows?"
Excuse the joke, but you've never been to India, so.
Oh my god!
Man, they always got it. It's not
I've
a
never
diss.
seen
Like,
an
it's,
Indian person with a unibrow.
come on, man, you can't be serious. You don't watch Six
100%.
Buzz?
Maybe I just haven't been to Brampton enough.
Maybe. But well, let me ask you something, Juice. When were you able to grow facial hair? Like grow your beard?
Like,
To the
maybe,
extent
like,
it is now, like
to the extent it is now.
yeah.
as he plays with his
I don't know,
beard.
man. Like maybe like 2 years ago, I'd say is safe.
Okay. Did you have hair and a beard at the same time?
It was
Like genuine
hand in
question.
hand, like it was slowly migrating to my face.
Okay. So
So
then
the more
that's a
hair I
good-
lose, the thicker my beard is gonna get.
Bitch, you don't have any hair left to lose.
Oh! That was actually amazing. Thanks,
was.
Victoria.
That was really
That's
good
funny.
timing.
Jesus fuck. Get out of here though.
Fuck. This is a shared space, bitch.
That's true. I'm using your blanket.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
The dog is down.
Now you
Yeah,
want it. Now
Rico.
you're asking
Yo, take
for it.
this 40. He's gonna shit down here.
Rico.
You hear Jules so quietly.
He's sniffing around for Louis still.
He's got a shit. That's why. Tell him to go outside.
Where is he?
Bye, Foley.
He's strutting in there.
Yeah, he's a little cutie.
He's obsessed with my
He is.
bag today.
Yeah, what
Dude,
you
you got-
caught in there, Joe?
I
Louis?
don't know, man.
Louis hiding.
Yeah, for real.
But where were we going before my sister made fun of me on the air?
Which just happens every episode.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
just
She's,
we were just trying to, I don't know.
Your beard.
You were
Your
figuring
beard.
out that once you lost
Yeah.
on the top, it migrated to your face.
Mhm.
That was perfect timing, man. Genuinely, like.
Yeah, it actually was
Right?
fucking
Yeah, it
hilarious.
was.
That wasn't scripted. But yeah, like in like grade 9, like I started to get my sideburns, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm growing a beard. And it took like all of high school pretty much for it to like slowly grow bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
And after about second year of college, then it started to like kind of form. And yeah, 2 years ago, that's where it is now. But the more hair I lose, again, the
Dude.
bigger it gets.
I didn't grow an ounce of facial hair until like the 11th grade probably,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was not very much. And then all of a sudden I graduated,
Yeah.
and then it
And
was
it
like
just
3
came.
months
Dude,
later, and it was there.
Yeah.
literally
Nuts.
yours came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it
completely
actually
out of
like
nowhere.
it was like exponential.
And there was a lot.
I have no
dude.
clue how that happened, man.
Your dad though, your Fonz.
No, I don't think my dad can grow a beard like I can.
Really?
Yeah, no, actually,
Yeah,
I
my
know
dad
for a
can't
fact
grow
he
one
can't.
like me.
My dad can't
That's
grow
weird,
a beard
eh?
either.
Your dad can't grow one?
No, like he can grow like the Stone Cold Steve of Austin.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah,
like,
what, the
same with my
handlebars?
dad.
The handlebars, but
Yeah.
like the whole thing, like the handlebars
Yeah, you know
and the
why
chin.
though? I think
Mm.
it just
The
comes
goatee.
from like years of
goatee, yeah.
shaving, like just years of shaving every day. You know?
But your dad can't grow one, you said.
Yeah, but I'm sure like when he was younger, he probably could. But like after
You think
just
so?
years of, I don't know, man. Probably not, but I think so.
Joe, your dad can grow one, yeah?
Yeah, but he doesn't.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he shaves it all the time, but it comes back literally. The 5 o'clock shadow is literally
Mm-hmm.
he'll
Mhm.
shave in the morning. By 5 o'clock, he's got stubble.
Yeah. I got a 5 o'clock shadow when I shaved my beard last year.
I
was
don't like-
really surprised.
I
was
can't
like, whoa.
shave my face.
It's
Yeah.
so,
I can't
dude.
go because
It's hard. It's honestly really hard to
It's-
get it perfect.
Yeah, like a
It-
nice close
yeah, a
shave.
nice
And
close
see, the
shave.
thing is like I get really bad razor burn and
Mm.
ingrown hairs. It's because of
Man.
my African ancestry.
I
And-
No doubt. No,
Ancestry.com.
it's no joke. If you feel my head right now, you'll feel bumps, and that's why I don't like shaving my head with a razor.
Mhm.
But I have to.
I shaved my beard twice since high school. Once was on May the 1st of 2015. I just remember because a week later we went
Mhm.
to the Dominican and I
Mhm.
wanted to have a little bit of facial hair grown back. And November 1st of 2017, I think we did it, right? Because it wasn't this November
Yeah.
past. It was 2017.
Sucked. Dude. That was
Yeah,
the
those
worst
are
day
the
of my
only
life.
times- That was so funny, man. Those photos, fucking, they were sending back and forth of the greasy
Oh my
stash.
God.
That was amazing, man. Fuck. We should have done it, man. We should have just stuck with it. Like,
You guys should just go all out this November.
No.
man, I want to do fucking handlebars.
Do
man.
them, and handlebars or lamb
Should I
chops.
do them?
I
Yeah,
got
dude.
Jules,
no,
I'll
Jules,
do the
you
lamb
with
chops.
handlebars would be the lamb
do the
chops,
lamb
man.
chops.
dude. No,
That's greasy. I
That's
love
too far.
that.
That's too far.
No, man, that's
do
that's
it.
the right direction. You know,
I'll do it. Fuck
Man,
it. Why not?
I'd
Just
wear
rock
lamb
lamb
chops if they were still socially acceptable. You know?
Fuck it, dude. Do it.
No,
Let's
man,
start
that's
a
not
riot
acceptable.
right now.
Let's
the
go get
lamb
him a
chop
razor right
riot.
now.
No, you guys are
Okay.
fucked. But if this is the 70s, man, hell yeah, I'd have lamb chops, dude. I'd have lamb chops and hair down to my fucking knees. Maybe not that far, but I'd pull some greasy shit, that's for sure.
You'd be a fool in the rain, a proper fool in the rain, bro.
As proper as they get, even more proper than proper 12.
Speaking of proper,
Mm,
Conor McGregor retired.
Retired.
yeah.
Why in the fuck did he retire?
Cause man,
Excuse that horrible accent. What the hell is that?
I-
Why did he retire?
I think that it was good
Enlighten
timing,
me.
man. I mean, well, not good timing, but
He's
he.
got a lot of shit going around.
Yeah,
around
dude,
him
his
right
business,
now.
yeah, his proper 12, like
It's
it's
not-
it's
it's
going
not-
it's going through the roof.
Yeah,
Oh, it
but-
is?
Is
Yeah,
it?
dude? Like everybody's talking about it, like in the States at least.
Hmm. Yeah, the thing is that he had some legal issues twice over now.
Yeah.
One with Khabib before the fight, and one now with being arrested in Miami.
He
He's
was
got
arrested.
arrested.
also
Oh, I
being-
didn't know
He's
this.
got another one
Yeah.
now too.
Let's talk about this arrest first, and then Khabib.
He was
What was
arrested for basically a fan was taking pictures of him, and he swiped the phone and smashed it or something.
Yeah.
So he was charged with like theft
Seriously?
under 5,000. Yeah. So he was
Really?
arrested, and then now he's got these sexual
Sexual assault allegations.
allegations.
I didn't hear about that. That's surprising.
Those are
Really?
those are pretty recent.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Like he looks like the
He's
type of
an
guy who's
Irishman.
like super aggressive
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
super forward with like that shit.
Oh,
You know.
sorry guys.
He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hola, chiquito," you know, or like,
You know what? There's actually a video of him yelling at one of his opponents, but it was like a Spanish word. Oh,
Mhm.
and he
It
called
was,
him.
Jose Aldo.
Yeah, but what did he call him?
He called him. He called him. I don't know if he said pussy.
No, 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 man.
pendejo?
He spit. No. He said something. Oh, he said.
Cabrón.
He called him. He literally just called him SA or something.
Oh, really?
It was so stupid, man. But
Oh,
it
I
was
remember
so
that.
funny.
That was throughout the whole interviewing process too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he literally called his whole like group of like his entourage. Literally called them essays.
Yeah, a bunch of essays. Yeah.
Get your essays out of here.
Oh my
Yeah.
And they were
lord.
whipping water bottles at each other from across the fucking venue.
That'd be funny
Yeah.
if it was like a WWE bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
It would be. But
But how old is he?
30,
30.
20,
Is what's
29.
What's
I
he's
swear-
only
I-
29.
no, I
He
swear
looks
he's
like a
older,
f-
dude.
He might
I-
have hit
an old
30.
I
man.
think he's 32.
Yeah, that makes sense too because like he's been out of the fight game for a
Yeah,
while now,
I
so
think
he
he's
probably is
32.
around 32. But
Or 34. I don't know.
Is he gonna just pull a GSP and come back when he's like 50?
Conor McGregor's 30. Now listen to
Ooh.
me. I'm going to address that before anyone. You know what? I'm just going to address that. Here's the thing: is that Conor McGregor he has, I think, 0 title defenses
Mm-hmm.
because he went up a weight class, then fought, basically won the title in one weight class, then went up to 155. So he won 145, then went up to 155, won that belt, then decided to fight Nate Diaz, fought Nate Diaz twice at 170, and then he fought the whole Mayweather fight, and then came back, fought Khabib, lost. So he has 0 title defenses, although he was tearing through people before. So I'm just going to address that the comparison between GSP and McGregor need not be made because GSP ran through his entire division twice over. The two losses he had in his entire career, he fought those 2 people again, Matt Serra and Matt Hughes,
And one.
won the title back from them both times. And he then did come back years later to fight Bisping and won the 185 belt.
Mhm.
So
Well, I'm
they
reading
aren't,
here that the
comparable.
average age of a ranked UFC fighter to retire is 31. So this isn't completely like out of the blue for McGregor.
Well, the thing is that that's where, like, ranked could mean anywhere up to rank 50. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
the top boys like that, like, Yoel Romero is in his 40s and he's still fighting. Stipe Miocic is rounding 40.
Mm.
Daniel
I'm not too
Cormier.
familiar with the sport, so
Yeah, but you see
But,
it. You see it happening a little more often, especially like now that we have a lot more research on like head injury and all that and the long-term effects.
Mhm.
So you see a lot of fighters starting to kind of retire
right.
at some younger ages, even just in other sports in general. Like
Yeah,
you're
like
seeing a
football
lot of
especially.
football players. They're starting to retire in their 20s, late 20s, even mid 20s, just collecting that paycheck and moving on out. Gronkowski retired
Yeah.
a few days ago.
Yeah.
he
He's
announced his retirement.
I believe he's in his 20s if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think he's in his early 30s
13.
now.
He played 13 seasons, so
Did he play 13 seasons or was it 8?
no, I think it was
See,
either.
that 29, yeah, man.
Yeah.
See, that shocked me because I always thought every time I heard his name or when I heard that he was retiring, I was like, what the fuck? I swear this guy's young. I only ever heard of his name like 3, 4. I'm not that I follow football,
Mhm.
but like 3, 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So I was like, holy shit, this
Well,
guy now all of a sudden is
He was
retiring.
He was injury prone. Like he's had multiple surgeries on his arms, his elbows,
He did a
his
lot of
knees.
shit.
yeah.
behind the scenes, too.
So it makes sense that he just wanted to throw in the towel, especially after winning again this year. So I don't know. It's personally, I think it's the right move, especially for his health.
He's
Because dude, he's like when you're a big dude like that,
mhm.
you fall 10 times harder than anybody else.
Yeah, you take a beat down.
Yeah.
Plus, he's still caking off his anti-Tide Pod eating advertisement that he came out with.
And
Did
dude,
he?
the guy
Yeah.
parties too.
Yeah.
So and he did that throughout his entire career. So I think he just wants to kind of enjoy himself now. I don't blame him. I don't
Isn't that
blame
where
him.
Saturdays are for the boys came from?
I don't know.
Gronk, what are Saturdays for? The boys.
I think he just kind of emphasized it. It
Maybe-
came
yeah,
from somewhere
yeah.
else. But
Dude, he did
Yeah.
a lot of shit behind the scenes of NFL too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's-
dude, he did a comedy special.
yeah,
Oh
Did?
wow,
Yeah.
guy's a killer, man.
Yeah, he did a comedy
He
special.
does it all, the guy.
That's cool.
Wow, see, like, contrast that with, like, fucking Sandusky or, like, some fucking crazy football player. It's like people, like, retire from football or whatever, and they have these crazy-ass head injuries that cause them to, like, kill people, like OJ,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And this
Yeah.
guy who's starting his stand-up career. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. But did we complete all of our questions, or
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
what was
I
yours,
did
Joe?
mine. Oh, Joe didn't do his.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You guys want to jump back into him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It's a little light, so I don't think it'll be too bad, anyways.
Mhm.
It's for college students of Reddit. Well, even high school, whatever.
Mhm.
What is your group project horror story? So basically, when did things just not go right with a group? We'll start with Peter. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can
start with you.
I can start. So there was this, like, in Seneca, it was, shout out to my buddy Alan Shushak. It was me and him, and we kind of procrastinated on this project a lot.
Story of my life.
Yeah, dude, like, a lot. So it was like this fucking 70-page, like,
Oh.
technical writing report that we had to do for some engineering class. So we ended up staying at the school like 2 nights before. We stayed there from like 8 in the morning till like 6 in the morning
Oh,
of the next day. And it was a fucking terrible. Like, we had to order.
You ended up sleeping there, right?
Like, I
Like
went
on the
no
couches for a couple hours.
we slept for a couple of hours, but I ended up going home, slept for 2 hours because we had the class in the morning after.
Oh,
So-
fuck. That's
Jeez.
brutal.
So we were up there, we were writing it and shit. We were trying to fix it. Like, our teacher wasn't helping us at all. It was
Mhm.
a fucking disaster. She hated both of us because all we used to do is talk in class and like chill on our cell phones because I hated technical writing. It was the worst.
Yeah.
But we ended up finishing the project and we ended up getting like a 70 only, and we were kind of cheesed because we worked
Well,
on it.
it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a
especially in
hell
your
of a lot worse.
situation.
Yeah, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But we ended up finishing it and it was good. But yeah, we ordered a pizza to the fucking Seneca.
That's nuts, man.
Nice.
I've never done something like that
Nah,
where I've
dude.
actually had to stay overnight to complete an assignment.
My parents were worried. My parents literally texted me and they're like, "Are you still at school?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still there."
Yeah. That's what grind season is all about,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Like, I've definitely, especially
And
like last year, I did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, fucking literally arrive,
and on top of
mid
it,
afternoon, leave at like fucking 7 a.m.
yeah,
Like, this one time I stepped on the York cleaners were there. It was like 7 a.m. and they were like buffing the floor and shit. And I stepped on it. One of the cleaners, like, she was audibly upset with me. I just had to take a piss, man. I was just walking to the
go-
washroom.
You
like-
go step on her freshly buffed floor. Fuck!
Man, there's no buffing out the fucking sweat stains of that corner
Oh,
that,
God.
that
Dude,
that this one couple would sit in for, I shit you not, 3-4 years straight, right outside the
Soon-
washroom in Scott.
as soon as you mentioned to me that there's like an imprint of like their bodies
Yeah.
in that corner, every time I pass by it, I look and I see just like this brown like fucking
Ew.
stain. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually disgusting. And it's right next to the washroom. There's this corner in our school in the Ross building, right next to the washrooms. And these people just for whatever fucking reason just post up there and
Mhm.
just do shit. Like,
Man,
there's
this
so
fucking
many other
guy-
places in the school to post up and do work.
And it was in like a busy as fuck hallway.
Yeah.
So why do you want to be there? It was right next to the washroom. Why do you want to be there? Buddy would bring a computer and set up a fucking PlayStation 1 to it.
What?
Or like some sort of Nintendo console and be fucking playing there just fiending all day, man. And like, you know what? Like, you know what? Never mind. But they just didn't look too clean. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it was just kind of more gross is all. Like,
Fucking
they're just lurking there. I don't know why, man. There's, like you said, there's so many better places. We got couches at York, man.
Yeah.
We got. I've fallen asleep on couches at York. I've
Same.
fallen asleep.
I lie
like,
down on some couches.
Fuck yeah, man.
I put my coat over me like a blanket.
Yeah, you know what I like to do? I like to do the I like to go into the Scott Library into the quiet zone.
put a bag as your
Put
pillow.
two of the chairs up with one another. Lay down, have my laptop on my lap, put a jacket over me for my blanket, and just when I'm ready to sleep, just lower my hat over my eyes, and I'm good
Dude.
to go. You know?
I found myself in the founder's common room, and I'm lying down on the couch with my feet up, and I'm reading a book, and then I found myself just waking up, like my neck was just bent all the way back, my mouth was wide open,
Oh
and I just wake up like, And then the guy sitting across from me was like, "You good?" I was like, "Yeah." Okay. It was hilarious.
Man, think about like now that you even just mentioned that. Like I know the exact couch you're referring to. I've
Mhm.
slept in that couch. You've slept in that couch. How many
Oh,
fucking other
Dude,
disgusting-
that's why I'm.
How
That's
much,
why, like,
how much sweat
I
is
made,
built up in that
I made
couch?
sure
Oh,
like
yeah.
my jacket was like in between any exposed parts of my body and
Yeah.
the couch.
That's a
What
good
were you
idea.
wearing? A crop top?
You know what,
No,
man?
man, like sometimes your shirt gets like pulled up, and your
Yeah.
belly button's just coming out.
And you just don't give a fuck.
It's got like that really weird, like fabricy, rough fabric feel. And I think that I know for a fact, like I genuinely will get a little like red mark after, like on my
Yeah.
hand or something, and then it's like
Yeah.
itchy. It's pretty fucking disgusting. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they definitely don't clean those couches.
No, man, no way.
And yeah, but sometimes you just gotta sleep, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I'd rather like sleep like that and take that L than fucking like uncomfortably put my head in my arms
Mm-hmm.
like I used to in high school.
Oh, that's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever
horrible.
have you ever fell asleep in high school?
Dude, I
All the
slept
time.
through all of high school
Religion
English,
was
and
my
I'm
favorite.
an English major now. Like what?
Yeah.
Religion was my favorite.
To sleep in? Oh,
No.
I had a fucking. I did not have a very nice teacher in grade 11 and 12 for religion, so I didn't have the same.
I was wide awake
opportunity.
the whole time because I wanted to fuck my religion teacher.
Nice. I did not.
such a milf, man. Jesus.
Dude, I remember one time smoking pot before class, and religion was the first, like was first period, and like I said, this teacher was not very nice. No one really liked her. And I show up to class, and like I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh, I should not be here right now. And then like there's this chick in the class, and I look over, and I'm speaking with her. She used to smoke a lot of pot too. Speaking with her, she looks at me, she's like, "You're fucking stoned, man." And I had no choice but to just put my head down and hope that I could fall asleep and not get booked for it. And I was all right, but I was not all right, man. I was fucking high.
Dude, I couldn't do that. I only went to school high once.
Yeah, same
Hey,
here,
it's
and that was
hard.
it.
I couldn't do it.
It's hard to
It
do.
was too I don't know how people did every day, man.
There
Go
are
to the
tons
pit.
of people that would literally
Yeah, like midday,
religiously, yeah,
and then just come back and be like, yeah, right. Like or whatever.
No, that
and
was
just
the
walk
worst shit.
around all three lunches, A, B, and C lunches
Yeah.
with a different cookie every lunch.
Yeah, and a different crowd of people because
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
else was
Yeah, everyone's back
rotating.
in class.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, man? There was actually twice. One time was at religion class, and one time was the Halloween.
Yeah, that was the only time.
Yeah, and we didn't even go to class.
And we didn't go. To
We
class,
showed up
yeah.
and then fucking turned around. And
Showed up
smoked more
I
dope.
like went to the corner of the cafeteria, like talked to like 5 people, and then left.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was a
that
funny.
was a horrible
yeah.
fucking 20 minutes.
Honestly, man, the worst was when we first walked in those doors, like the doors right in front of the caf.
Mhm.
I looked around, I saw a bunch of people in our grade. I'm like, fuck me. What are we
Why you
doing,
go-
man?
yeah.
What are we
It was hor-
doing?
Why did we do it?
We thought we were gonna go get educated, man.
But
High-
school
high
was
as a
over.
kite?
No, it wasn't over, man.
wasn't over?
No, we went on lunch. Remember?
Oh yeah.
We still had third and fourth.
Horrible decision. But let's keep with the question. We rambled for like 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Yeah. What was the question?
The group project horror story.
I got one. My university career hasn't had many group projects. It's mostly papers. So I have one from high school. I was doing an assignment with one of our dear friends. Fody will remember the story. And basically what happened was that we had an English seminar due, and it was us two. We grouped up because we had English together, obviously. I think it was the 12th grade, and first period rolls around. We had English in third period, I think, and we had not even like contemplated this assignment.
Oh
Like,
my lord.
we hadn't even touched it. So I left like halfway through first period, went home, banged this fucking thing out like the 2.5 hours that I had before class, before English class, and came back with a fully ready seminar that we actually got like an 80-something on.
Ooh.
My
And,
God.
I showed up and like basically just gave Fody a quick rundown. I'm like, listen, dude, this is what we got. This is
Holy
what we're going
shit.
with. Like, we gotta present it. And then we did well, man. That year actually, or that specific one, Sabrina was in my class,
Mm.
and she offered me some help because she had some sort of point that she wasn't going to use for her seminar.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that
yeah,
was relevant
right,
to
Right. Yeah, I remember.
So-
I remember this.
yeah. So
This
she
whole
handed
thing.
that off. Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
That
man,
is
It
huge.
worked out.
was fun.
It worked out well for you.
It worked out, but it was just a horror because the panic that sunk in
Mhm.
first period, and I realized that
Jesus.
neither of us had done anything.
Yeah. My horror story, it's a international horror story, you could say. I crossed borders and it followed me, so it's pretty fucked. So this is what happened. So it was a business class, and in the assignment we had to, like pick an industry, and like look at 3 companies and see which ones you would invest in. I don't remember like what we did or which companies we picked or whatever, but we had a group. It was me, two younger students, and one older lady. Her name was Yuli, and
Yuli.
she was from I think El Salvador. And Yuli was dope, you know. She was sick. Like we were working together, we were bouncing ideas off or whatever. Like she was productive. It's like I find that like older students, they're not there to fuck around, you know.
No, they never are.
And these
No.
2 younger students like barely spoke, didn't do anything. And this was just the first meetup. They didn't show up to any other like group scheduled events. They didn't contribute anything at all. So me and Yuli proceeded to do the project together. But there was a problem. It was that the day that we were supposed to present, I would be in Switzerland. So yeah. So I basically spoke to the professor and I was like, yo, like, can we do a Skype call? I'll be in Switzerland the day of the presentation. She was hesitant at first, but she ended up agreeing. So it's like 3 a.m. I'm in Switzerland, and I'm ready to call Yuli to do the presentation. And she says that she messages me on Skype half an hour before we're supposed to present. And the 2 people who fucked around and did nothing, like started a whole argument with the professor, basically saying that, oh, like we should be part of this group, like we were part of the group, we did work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuli was like, nah, fuck that, they didn't do anything. This guy's across the world and he's ready to present with me. It's 3 a.m. there. And the prof was like, no, you're not presenting, you're getting a 0. So these 2 people got a 0, didn't help us at all. And crunch time comes, ready time to present, but the call like wouldn't connect. They weren't able to like get it onto the screen. And I was like, fuck, I better not get a 0 for this. But I ended up, Yuli just ended up powering through it, got me like an 85. And
Nice.
yeah, I'm forever indebted to a woman named Yuli. So Yuli from El Salvador, if you're listening, I love you.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too, Dad.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully
that's my
this
story.
reaches her.
Yeah,
You know?
hopefully, probably not.
Hey, man, don't talk like that. We got 200 unique devices. Maybe she's one of them.
Maybe.
Mm.
200, man. That's actually pretty huge.
Yeah, dude. We,
Like
we
two,
got
imagine
over 200
fitting
hours
200
listened.
people in this room with us right now.
Jesus, I don't even want to think about
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it
Like
that.
it's such a small number compared to like other people, but like, fuck it, I'm proud of it.
Oh,
I'm
hell
proud
yeah.
of it, man.
Slowly
Make
but surely.
movements.
Yeah.
But
Joe,
yeah,
what's your story?
oh, I have a couple. Sad to say, I have a couple. And I'll say one. So I had this group assignment. It was in one of my recreation courses in I think it was my first year of college. So we get handed out the itinerary, given our group, everything's all good. Perfect. A week passes by and I haven't heard anything from anybody in the group. So I walk up to them and I say like, tell me what you need me to do. I'll send it over to you, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, we're going to send you stuff. If not after class, we'll send you tomorrow. And then you'll present the slides that you came up with. We'll present the slides that we came up with. And it was like 5 of us.
Mhm.
So like it would all break down perfectly. I was like, okay, perfect. This is going to work out great. A week goes by and I get nothing. I walk into class. Apparently it's presentation day.
No.
I know those ones, man.
Fuck.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, guys, you guys didn't tell me anything. Like, I don't even know like what our topic is. Like, I've been asking you guys for 2 weeks and nobody's been giving me straight answers.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, well, you can read this one and this one off of the slides. So I'm standing up there not knowing anything, reading off of the fucking slides. Got an 80 on the assignment. But dude, like I had pretty bad anxiety at that point. And I was freaking out coming up to the presentation because there were groups going before us. Everyone's all informative and all this, having activities for everybody to do, like corresponding to their assignment. And I'm standing there, hand in my pants, not knowing what to do. So I read my couple of slides. They read theirs. Everybody's clapping. Everybody was like, "Yeah, we fucking killed it." Question time.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Someone has to. Questions or comments. Someone decides, you know what? Now's a good time to make a comment. Okay. So I'm standing there. This person goes, "The presentation was really good, but it'd be really nice if some people in the group were caught up on what they were supposed to be reading."
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
And I was like, "But what the fuck is it to you?
Mm.
Like, I'm not. First of
Exactly.
all, I'm not in your group.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, like, why? Like, why do you have to bring that up? Like, I almost got away after stressing about this thing.
Yeah. That's some bad
Ended
snitch
up
right
getting an
there.
80 on the assignment. Everything was all fine. Never did an assignment with them again. A month goes by. Another class. Same group of fucking people. They go on their own. I decide to do an assignment with other people. Perfect. Same thing happened.
With the same group of people?
It was myself, one of my friends, Dave, who were scorching this girl
Mm-hmm.
to give us what's going on. We sent her our stuff. She took all our stuff, practiced it herself, didn't send us the stuff. So when we
Mhm.
went in blind. We just knew what we wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So like her stuff, we couldn't answer anything on them. And like half of the mark was being able to answer questions based on the slides that we didn't read.
That's fucking
that's
Oh,
fucked
like that
up.
you didn't create.
Exactly. Just so that the professor and everybody else knew that we were all up to date on the information that we're pitching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Before the presentation, I had an anxiety attack like you would not believe. I couldn't present.
Oh, fuck.
I broke out into hives. I was outside, stomach pains. Felt like I was dying.
I don't get how people like it's so easy to work with other people.
But like,
You know, you
I don't,
come
I don't
together
think
for
I'm
a common goal.
I don't think
Like,
I'm a difficult person to work with either.
Yeah.
Like, just give me what you need me to do. Even if you don't want to get together, I don't care. Just give me the stuff and I'll put it all together.
Mhm.
And then when we present it, I'll give you a rundown before we go. Like, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know why everyone felt like they had something to prove in that class. They all decided to do it like that. And like, I noticed it too, because even with other groups, they would do it with other people too. And like, they made like this little, like, they would have like their little cliques, like 3
Mhm.
people, and then like 2 other people would get thrown in the mix, and those 2 people would get lost because they wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, those people aren't really doing much with their lives anyways right now.
Hmm.
I have them on Instagram. They're
Really?
Not, yeah, they're not really doing much, so haha,
fuck.
fuck you.
Fuck, man.
So that's those are my horror stories.
Yeah.
But
I hate those little cliques.
it's annoying. It's annoying. Like, I get it. Like, everybody has like their friends and stuff, and especially in college, because like you're meeting a bunch of new people for the first time. So like, why not let all these other people like just kind of introduce themselves to you? Because like our class was all about like everybody was so like hooked on this whole inclusivity and all this, because it was like I don't know, it was a recreation and leisure course.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all about like including everybody and making activities so that everybody can participate, whether it's a disability, whether it's a like anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like people in wheelchairs in our class, and like these cliques I would notice would like really kiss these people's asses in the wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Oh,
like, you're
yeah.
not making them feel better. Like,
No,
you're
no,
you're
no
literally
way.
making them feel like you're giving them handouts.
Mhm.
You're making them feel like you're catering to them. They don't want that,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, that's oh man, I hated that course, and I'm very glad it's done, and I'm doing something else with my life.
It's like that episode in The Office where the building owner comes into the building and they're talking about disabilities, and he's in the wheelchair, and then Michael goes because Michael burned his foot on the
The
George
George,
Oh
on the
my
George
God,
Foreman with the
yeah,
bacon.
on the George Foreman, yeah, and then
I like
he,
to wake up to the smell of bacon in the
Yeah.
morning.
Cooked bacon.
and he comes in, then Michael's like, look, see, do you see what it's like to live with a disability? And he's like, look at this man, how long does it take you in the morning to brush your teeth? Oh, I don't know, 30 seconds. It takes me 10. You see? Like, it's the most stupid, outrageous shit. And the guy afterwards speaks with Toby. He's like, what the hell's wrong with that guy? Who, Michael? Yeah, sir. No, not Michael. This guy. And then Dwight has a concussion or some shit in the episode. And, like, he's just all fucked up, and him and Pam are good friends in that episode. That's a funny one. Then Michael tries to prove to the doctor that his foot burn is worse than Dwight's fucking concussion.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I love The Office, man.
Yeah, it's a great one. But boys, we didn't even fucking bring it up. This weekend, Joey Diaz.
Ooh, cocksucker. We went to go see Joey Diaz live at the Seneca Niagara Casino in the bustling city of Niagara Falls, USA.
Fuck, sorry. Yeah, fucking Seneca Niagara Casino in the Bears Den. And Joey Coco Diaz, he was fucking funny, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
he
some of
was.
the
It was
funniest shit I've
actually
seen in my
really
life.
He definitely killed it. I wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither.
I wasn't, especially after like his what's the person that comes out before them? What's that?
Oh, the opening act.
The opening act.
Yeah.
When the opening act came out, like it was pretty mediocre, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I hope Joey's gonna be better than that, because like I know he doesn't really tour much anymore either. So
No,
like,
dude, he tours a lot. That's
as
how he spends most of his time.
Yeah, this is like the peak of his comedy career, but like he doesn't tour big time.
No,
like,
no, he
venues.
doesn't.
No.
so I was kind of worried like that he wasn't really, I don't know, he wasn't really into it as much as like other comedians would be that are like filling out fucking football stadiums and shit like
Yeah,
that. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But he came out and he killed it.
Dude.
Dude,
Man.
he didn't stop.
No, he
No,
didn't.
he actually
stop.
didn't. He didn't pause. He took to like drink
Sip
a
of
wa-
water, and then
drink
he
a
would
water.
laugh.
But yeah,
And he
Yeah.
was still,
Or
he was
he'd
still
piss
giving a
himself
bit
laughing.
mid,
The best-
drink.
the Lou, you pointed this out. The best part about like him like taking breaks, like rather than like the opening act lady, she was like saying, "Oh, I'm just using this to transition to my next joke."
Yeah. Actually, what's
Yeah.
next? What's next?
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
that
what's
came up
next?
3 or
What's
4
next?
times.
Like
What's next?
that
What's
was
next?
just like, okay, now we're just thinking like, okay, what's next? What's next? Like
Yeah.
rather than like I would have rather her just been completely silent, you know?
Yeah.
But Joey, like, instead of doing that, Joey just like smile like really big and just go and, like it was just so funny. Like it was a joke in itself.
It
you know?
was.
And like he
this
kept
transition.
repeating it, and it became a bit in itself, and I really liked that.
It
but-
literally was a bit. That's a
Yeah.
good way of pointing it out, like looking at it.
Yeah.
I'd go see him again.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I would
100%.
too.
Like he's
It's a shame he's a convicted felon. He can't cross the border.
that's okay. We'll just go to that beautiful city again.
Bustling-
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Hopefully he comes out.
Desolate land.
Nothing like, I'll be honest, when we walked across the street, we went to a 7-Eleven, and I'm gonna admit I was really uncomfortable, and then it didn't fucking help at all when this gentleman walks up to us and points out that there's a cop car and says, yeah, the cops are always here. I'm just looking out for you guys. It's a pretty rough area. That's why they're always here. I was like, somebody call a fucking cab, please. And I started getting all fucking jittery and shit.
Yeah.
But we were literally
Please.
like, we could have walked to the border. It would have taken like 10 minutes. maybe.
Meanwhile, we
Yes.
spent fucking $40 on a cab to go 5 kilometers.
But it was
Yeah.
freezing.
Yeah, it was really cold.
And the
Yeah.
bridge would have been cold, and like there probably would have been some bullshit. Like, do they even have the walking borders open at that time? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I
don't
believe
know.
so. I think there's always like one station. I'd love
Yeah.
to be that guy at nighttime, just in that one station.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's walking through at that time. You do nothing.
Dude, if you live around that area, you can fucking cross the border, get hammered one night for probably half the price of doing it in like Niagara, Canada,
Mhm.
and then just fucking walk home, man.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
take the $40 cabbie.
But like, if you think about it, like once you cross like that 5 kilometer radius,
Mm-hmm.
all the shit that's legal over there and all the shit that's not legal in Canada, like it's nuts.
Yeah, dude,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
fucking weird, man. We were smoking cigarettes in a casino in an indoor environment. This is something that has been outlawed for at least 10 years, maybe more.
More than
De-
that in
certainly-
Canada.
Certainly well before we were of legal age.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is like a completely alien thing to us. And it was just, dude, I don't know about you guys, but I felt
was
like
gross.
I felt like like I was crawling in my own skin. Like it was just so uncomfortable.
Like,
man,
I was
I-
cool with it.
I wasn't even smoking, and I felt gross, like just
Yeah.
being in there.
I felt more uncomfortable walking around in the casino with like there are people around with cigarettes out and stuff than I did at the 7-Eleven. Like it was so
Yeah, man.
it was so
Yeah.
criminal, man.
Yeah, like, do they have laws there, man?
It's just man,
Like,
you know what it is?
fuck.
It's the native exemptions. They're allowed to do it's you're not allowed to do that in a restaurant.
Mhm.
You're allowed to do it in the and like I'm not saying it in like any way.
Yeah,
shape.
yeah.
Like it's just it's a genuine fact. You're allowed to do it. You're allowed to do it in the in that
Are they
casino
tax
specifically.
exempt in the States as well?
Yeah, they have certain. They have definitely have certain like
Mhm.
breaks, I guess. But no, for sure that's exclusive to to natives, and that's why you're allowed to smoke in there. And I guess especially for the casino business, you know, people are sitting down to a slot machine. You don't want them to stand up, so stand up and leave.
Yeah.
So you fucking lobby for them to be
Yeah,
allowed to
but-
smoke cigarettes at their machine.
Like right across the border though, that shit is like unheard of, you know.
Yeah.
And like how much cleaner is Fallsview than?
Oh
than
my
it?
god.
Like, how much
Miles.
cleaner?
Miles.
I didn't even want to
cleaner.
use the bathroom there, dude. What were the conditions of the bathroom? You
The-
took a piss there.
The washroom was all right, but the fucking casino was a shithole, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Sure, because
Yeah.
it's
Right.
fucking like the difference between like a tainted carpet and a clean
Mhm.
carpet can literally set the whole image and the whole feel of the
Mhm.
casino.
Yeah.
Because that's what the first thing I noticed when I
Mhm.
walked in there, and like a couple of you guys lit your cigarettes, and I was like, where the fuck are you guys gonna ash those things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like you look around, everyone's just fucking flicking these things on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
And it's
man.
crazy because now this carpet is just full of ash. It's white and black with like a red undertone when it's supposed to be red.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then you walk into Fallsview and it's just all bright and vibrant and the carpet is clean.
Mm-hmm. I definitely noticed that. Like you still get, it's weird because, excuse me, you still get all the bright lights that a casino has.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it was a hell of a lot more dull. Like yeah, a
Mhm.
hell of a lot more dull in the Niagara casino, and it's because the carpets, especially, they're all fucking tainted out.
Yeah, man. Like, fuck. Like, even being in a casino in general, like, it was just weird for me. Like, I know you guys go like pretty often. Like, I've been.
Not
No.
really. Like I say
No,
I
but-
go like once a year.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
straight
that's
up.
more than a lot of people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
I've only been like 5 times in my
yeah,
life, probably.
same. I've only been in 3 casinos, like one in the Bahamas, the Rama, and fucking Fallsview. Well,
And now
now
Seneca.
Seneca, so 4.
Yeah, I've been in
But
the
I've only ever
the
gambled.
Dominican.
Oh,
Did we go into
shit,
the
we went there
Dominican?
too. Shit.
Fucking pissed away $40 and 2 hands of blackjack.
I didn't go. I didn't go.
No, it
No,
was
you
me,
didn't
Dan, and
go.
Jules.
Yeah,
we,
you
we
guys
stayed
did.
we stayed back.
You guys took a
But,
fucking moped.
Yeah.
But
meet me.
I've only ever gambled in a casino like 3 times. Once in the Dominican, one in Rama, and one at Fallsview.
Mm-hmm,
And I don't know, man. The whole experience, the whole environment for me is just so odd. I
Mhm.
can't. I don't know how to really explain it. It's just like I feel like I'm just being so counterintuitive when I'm in there.
I
It's
find
just
it
pissing-
fun, but
pissing
it's
my
like
away.
it's tough to make it last.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's-
mean?
It's
Because
hard, it's a
everybody-
hard thing to justify.
Yeah, because everybody tries to set their own like threshold, and obviously for a lot of people, they exceed those.
Mm-hmm.
But like for myself, like I'm gonna sound like a cheap bastard, but like I don't usually spend more than like $40-50 in a casino. And if
Mhm.
I lose that, like I'm standing up and I'm watching everybody play or I'm leaving. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mhm.
no urge to play after losing. I
Yeah.
just I
Yeah.
feel like that again that would be counterproductive just to sit there and just keep shitting away money.
Yeah.
You were good with that too.
Yeah.
Because even times when you were like, you know, as soon as that hot streak ended, you were up.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
gone. And like that's I'd say I think I've been to the casino maybe like 7 or 8 times in my entire life,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first time I've ever actually left there winning. So it's once I saw that I was winning and stuff like that, like I set that threshold for myself. It was okay at the blackjack table. If I lose 2 hands in a row, sit one out. If the dealer wins that one that I'm sitting out, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not playing, and it happened. So I picked up my shit and we left.
Yeah, I went there with $200 cash, fully ready to lose it. You know, like I mean, not saying I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna lose. Obviously, I was ready to play $200 is what I'm saying. I went down 140 and then cut it. So like I still stayed within my threshold, but 140 was like such a waste, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not mad about it because like. Whatever,
whatever
you know,
you
you win
do.
some, you lose some. I went last year and won $260 playing blackjack, so I mean, it balances out, I guess.
Yeah, I lost too, man. I lost. I think I don't know what I lost, like 120, 142.
Mhm.
But I was up in the afternoon.
Yeah, fuck,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
In the afternoon, I lost $60 as soon as I walked in,
Yeah, see,
and I said,
fucking,
"Yeah, forget that. I'm gonna clean my hands now. I'm ending it at that." And then when we went back at nighttime, throughout the whole night, I was telling myself, "I'm like, I'm just gonna take out $100, have some fun. Take out $100, have some fun." I ended up taking out 30.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not bad. And then
I
you
took
fucking
out
made
30.
money.
I
Yeah.
took out $30.
You made
and
the
then-
most profit out of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Guaranteed.
made something like $220.
That's good.
I made $13.
Not bad, not bad.
Dude, it's better than being in the hole.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that. I'm glad about that, but Man, even just like walking like through the aisles and like
It's
seeing
nice,
people
dude.
like slouched over on the
Oh,
machines.
okay, never
and
mind.
they're-
I thought
like they're all
like
God
that.
bless me.
Pussy.
No, those are the people in the Buffalo casino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was much more apparent, but like
Because they don't
just,
have to move.
Yeah,
They don't
just
have to
look
move.
all like depressed and like fucking, I don't know, like they looked like addicts. It was just it was weird for me. But
Yeah.
to go back to Mr. Coco Diaz,
Yeah.
he said there's this one thing that he said that he's like, Uncle Joey, every time you come to see Uncle Joey, I want you to learn something. I want you to walk away with this. I want you to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on about how the prime dick for a man is
Is
when he's 13 to
13.
14 years old. He's like, no wonder these teachers are fucking sucking these 13-year-olds' dicks. I was dying, man.
Man.
Like, so inappropriate, but it was so fucking funny. I loved it.
He got me on that bit when he's like, when he said that the teachers will do their time gladly and then come back out and suck more 14-year-old dick.
Now imagine if like it was like the other way around.
Oh my
How-
God, man.
how fucked would
People
that
would
be?
be fucking screaming with pitchforks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, he'd be fucking banned from
Yeah.
anywhere, man. I
That was
mean,
fucking
yeah.
funny, man.
Oh, he was absolutely, man. Joe Rogan always says, and like I feel like I always every time he says, "Oh, like look, this is the funniest guy. This is the
Mhm.
funniest guy on the planet, funniest guy in the business." I didn't really care for his stand-up. He has one stand-up special on Netflix. It was whatever.
Joey or Joe?
Joey
Diaz?
Diaz. Yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
It's
Yeah,
called
I
The
didn't-
Degenerates. It's like a
It's like a-
four-part
yeah,
series.
It's like a 30-minute episode.
Yeah,
right?
it's only 30 minutes, and like it's like, The Degenerates is like a 4-part series with like 7 or 8 different comics,
Mm-hmm.
and he's one of them. Didn't care for it too much, but Joe Rogan's always saying he's the funniest guy, and I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm just going to see Joey Diaz in the flesh. You know,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
only reason I wanted to go. Man, I see what he's saying. He's just funny. It's not necessarily his comedy. It's just his ability to tell stories.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
I was gonna say
He's
that.
he's
He's a great storyteller.
humorous.
He is.
Like,
Yeah, he himself.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
even the shit that he does, like he was even telling.
Dude, the cocaine and everything.
Dude, literally, man, the whole fucking bit was cocaine, and then on to the next bit. You know, like that, it may as well have been
Yeah.
that. Man.
Who was the guy that that's into conspiracy theories? Always on Joe.
Eddie,
Eddie
Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eddie Bravo.
dude, that
Like, you can just genuinely tell he's a funny guy. Like whether this happened or not, it's funny as hell. How he
Mhm.
convinced him that Joe Rogan's a part of the fucking CIA.
Yeah.
Dude, like I was dying.
Yeah.
He's just a jokester, man.
I
You
like,
know,
didn't
it's
he's just
stop
a-
laughing the entire time.
No, I didn't
No.
either, and I wasn't
The whole
expecting that.
time.
I was not expecting that.
dude, and he goes,
Yeah.
I have to play along with it. So
Mhm.
when he
Yeah.
went to Eddie, he goes, yeah, Joe did this, Joe
Yeah.
did that. Yo, Joe's been acting weird lately. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. He told me that, or yeah, there was this funny. He told me, yeah, fuck. Joey Diaz, head on to the podcast, Unfinished Basement. We'll talk. You can tell us stories. But
Yeah, we'll get you
I
in
was
the
listening.
country.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
vouch for
fuck.
you.
True. Shit.
We'll come to
Um,
Buffalo.
Fuck. No, he knows how to sneak himself in. He just doesn't want to get caught. You know. We'll ask him. We'll be like, honestly, Joey, like you can figure it out. We'll pay you the money.
Mhm.
But anyway, this fucking one funny story that he told of him being in prison one time, and he said that they were talking about shit and how it basically just shrinks after all the moisture leaves it. And he's like, I know that, Joe Rogan. And he goes on and tells a story that when he was in jail, he shit in someone's drawer. And like he said, it was like a foot-long shit. And like 6 weeks later, he found it, and it was like the size of like a fucking walnut or something. He just said once the moisture leaves, it all just shrivels up.
That's fucked.
Yeah, so he's just like just a prankster,
Yeah.
just a joker, you know?
Yeah, he's a funny fucking guy, you know. And
He is.
like to go back to the like comedy specials thing, it's like I've only ever enjoyed like maybe 3 comedy specials on Netflix.
Yeah.
Kevin James, Dave Chappelle, and Aziz Ansari. I think that's
Wow.
it. Like, man, I just don't, I don't know. Something about comedy specials I can't really just like grasp. Like, I can understand obviously, but like I don't like latch onto them and actually
Mhm.
enjoy them. So I was really worried when we went to go see him that like maybe stand up comedy wouldn't be for me, but like
Mm-hmm, me too.
but I was laughing the entire time. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It was really funny, man.
I liked Sebastian's special.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Both of them were pretty good. I like the first one better, but both were pretty good. John Mulaney actually has a pretty good one. I was
didn't like
genuinely
it.
surprised. You didn't like
I
it,
didn't
eh?
like it.
I thought it was all right. Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle.
Mhm.
I didn't see the Kevin James one, but I hear that he's a fucking funny guy.
So fucking funny. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care too much for comedy either. Like I was like the same like way you felt. I was just very nervous because, I mean, I wasn't gonna be disappointed if it wasn't funny because, like I said, I just wanted to see Joey Diaz. So it was like he exceeded the expectations. So it was just that much better.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
tenfold.
Yeah,
I wasn't,
oh my
I
God,
wasn't
yeah.
expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting to not like stop laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was not expecting that.
You know what, man? That fucking asshole. Shout out to that dickhead with the cell phone
Oh,
mid-show.
Yeah.
The guy that was twerking on me on the way into his row.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Was that
Oh
the
my
guy?
Hola,
God.
chiquito.
I find them all, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I'm just sitting there. And
Yeah.
the guy starts walking by and he starts dancing. Woo! Woo! And then he's the guy that sits down. And as soon as he sat down, he starts screaming, "You fucking cocksucker!"
Dude, and you called that too. Literally, you're like,
Yeah.
that's the guy that's going to be yelling mid-show. 30 seconds later, he's up and yelling. You
Yeah.
fucking called that right to a T.
Mhm.
And
But,
there's this other guy
yeah.
in front of us who just like kept swaying back and forth. Hey, Joey. Yeah, Joey. Oh, Joey. Like
That guy
the
was
whole
s-
show, like fucking just shut the fuck up.
Like, at one point, he's talking about, like, cocaine and heroin or some
Yeah.
shit. He's like, yeah, Joey. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
The guy just wanted his
Wanna have
15
sex with him?
seconds of fame.
he did. He really did.
He wanted
It
Joey
seemed
to
like you
point
want
him
to have
out.
sex with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it did.
Dude,
Yeah.
it did. But dude, like I went to go see Bert.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Peter.
Yeah.
Like, how does Bert compare to Joey?
They're completely different. Bert is like on a set, like he knows what he's doing. Like he hits the punchlines and he hits
Mhm.
them at the right time, and then
He's
he
very
switches.
sarcastic, though.
He's
isn't he?
sarcastic, but he even like with Bert, it's the same with Joey. Like Bert has this laugh that you can just fucking like when he
Mhm.
starts squealing. I don't know if you hear him
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
podcast. He
Yeah.
does the same thing, and dude, when he takes off that shirt, it's just fucking hilarious, dude. You just see that big ass
Yeah.
gut.
So, about like Bert's whole
Bert
act.
Kreischer, by
Yeah,
the way.
Bert
Sorry.
Kreischer.
Sorry.
yeah.
Like his whole act, would you say that it's more like not really like sketches, but there's more like there's like the premise, the build up, and then the punchline.
Yeah, that's how.
Like
it is.
with Joey, it was more like story based,
Yeah.
really.
yeah.
And the
Like-
whole story was a punchline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
and the
never
whole-
plateaued.
No.
Like it,
It
was
was
always
just
consistent.
always at a high.
Yeah.
You know?
But Bert was like that too. Bert, like he always plateaued as well, even if
Mhm.
it was like slow started. Like it was still funny because he was like, there was one time he was talking about his kids, and you
Mhm.
know how Bert goes about his like daughters, how he calls them
Mhm.
fucking retards and shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. But like he says it, he goes, "Yeah, Isla's retarded," and shit. But like he was really funny, and the difference with that is even Bert's opening act was funny as fuck as well. I know Steven was talking about it, but he was funny as well, like
Mhm.
in a different way, the same as the opening act for Joey. But
Right.
overall, dude, they're both different. They're both funny. You guys should
Mhm.
watch.
We gotta go to more stand up shows.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
I've
There's,
been I've been to a lot.
you don't
dude.
realize how many there actually are. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of them come to the casinos.
Dude, there
Yeah.
is there's this place downtown Toronto. It's called like Vape on the Lake or some shit. You can
Oh,
go
I
in
know
there
that
and
place.
You just get high and watch comedy
Have
shows.
you guys ever been to Yuck Yucks? You guys never?
I've
No.
Never been to
I've
Yucks.
been to like one in Toronto
Mhm.
and then the one here in Vaughan.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
dad that's where my dad got the photo of Randy and Leahy.
At
Oh,
Yuck
yeah.
Yucks?
Yuck Yucks, yeah.
Yeah, but man, comedy is like at some like nutty like peak right now. you
No,
know?
it is. It's
Like
Yeah, it
it's
is.
it's so huge right now, so it's definitely accessible. Like we
Yeah.
can see so many people.
I think it has a lot to do with Netflix. A lot of
Yeah.
Netflix is grabbing a lot of, I don't want to say struggling comedians, but a lot of comedians that haven't gotten the airtime that they've needed. They're grabbing a lot of them, making Netflix specials out of them, kind of pumping out a bunch of them. So now it's
Mhm.
making comedy a lot more relevant than it
Yeah.
used to be.
Like it's not like there used to be like that whole thing where you'd get like an HBO special, you know?
Right.
But now it's like, and that was like rare, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're a top
Yeah,
dog.
and
but
Comedy Central.
Comedy
Comedy
Central,
Central,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
But now there's literally Netflix. Everyone has it basically, and like you said, Joe, they take anybody, man.
they do.
Like, and they just fucking pump them out. You know what, man? Something interesting that I saw. That chick, what's her name? Something Wong.
Oh, dude,
Ali
I watched
Wong?
her. Ali Wong. She's fucking.
Ali.
She's
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man, so her photo is like her like side angle pregnant with like that yellow background, and she's got like some like cool outfit on and stuff like that. Dude, Amy Schumer, she's been accused of stealing jokes and stuff like that in her comedy career. She just released a special.
like a pregnant comedy special,
Dude,
right?
a pregnant comedy special. Her image is like you know that woman who's like
with the worker.
yeah, the
Yeah.
worker the
It's
worker
like,
image.
come,
She's,
Oh yeah,
come
yeah.
to the army.
The
like we
propaganda.
accept,
Yeah, the
we accept
propaganda
the
one.
women as well.
yeah, exactly. So dude, she has a special name I can't remember, but anyway, Amy Schumer's thing is literally her dressed like looking like her, you know, arm side, belly
with
side.
the like bandana.
That bandana, yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, when I first saw it, I was like scrolling through, went back up, you know, backtracked. I'm like, Ali Wong? Oh, I'm like, this looks different than Ali Wong. See it? I'm like, Amy Schumer. Dude, her fucking thing, her image there literally looks the same as fucking Ali Wong's, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
I
she
bet
takes
the
anything.
she reuses her jokes too.
Dude,
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking doubt it, man.
It's the
I would recommend Ali Wong for you guys, like, if to watch a special. Like, it's
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty
dude.
good.
Oh, she's fucking. She talks about her husband doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that one.
It's good.
the poster is the World War II. We can do it.
Yeah.
That's what
What's
it
the
is.
chick's name though? Fuck, she has
The
a
chick
special
that-
name.
Yeah, they have a name for her.
It's
The All-American
it's from
Dream.
1943. That's all I'm getting here.
The All-American Dream.
Yeah, basically that it is
Yeah.
like really that propaganda. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, exactly. We can do it. Wikipedia. We can do it. See it. There's we can do it as American World War K. Blah blah blah. J. Howard Miller's We Can Do It poster.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I really got was just the J. Howard Miller.
The thing about stand-up is that like it's relatively new. Like it's been developed in the last century, like less than a whole century. So and like before that, like if people wanted to go watch something funny, it would have had to have been
A movie.
in a no, not even a movie.
Oh.
In a theater.
It was
in
a
a
large.
play.
Yeah, it was a large
Like
scale.
like Shakespeare's
Oh, okay,
comedies and
okay.
shit, like and like Renaissance drama, like that was comedy for people.
Yeah, yeah, like
up until
Shakespeare and shit.
yeah, up until like and fucking Oscar Wilde and shit like that. You know, like people
Mhm.
like watch like plays about eunuchs and
Yeah.
like shit and like cross dressing and shit like that. Like that was funny for people.
Mhm.
Like it's still funny now. Like if you go read one,
yeah.
like you might laugh, but like it's so weird how like it just evolved from that, you know.
Mhm.
And like even before like Shakespeare and shit like that, like there was like ancient Greek comedies. It was either comedy or tragedy. Like you know that like picture of like the two masks, like
Yeah.
one's smiling, one's laughing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what it is. That's what the comedy and tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And just within the last 100 years or so, just stand up has been blowing up. Like especially within the last 10, like stand up has just been blowing up.
Mhm.
And
You're seeing a lot of like old
yeah,
stand-up comedians coming back too,
Mhm.
just because like the
Mhm.
spotlight's there for comedians now.
yeah.
You see like Dave Chappelle. You see like I don't know
I
who
hope
else.
Jerry
like guys like
Seinfeld comes
Chris
back.
Rock.
I honestly didn't like Jerry.
Right.
Jerry
I-
Seinfeld has one.
He has one, I think.
It's like it was like no, that's Ray Romano. Never mind.
He's,
I listened to that for 5 minutes and I couldn't do it.
He's the highest paid comedian of 2018.
Jerry?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, him and
He-
Larry David.
yeah,
are the,
he wins
the
every year.
highest paid actors or people
Yeah.
in Hollywood, I
Right.
guess.
900 million plus
Yeah.
Larry David net worth and like
It says here that he
Seinfeld
made
700 million.
through comedy $57.5 million
Yeah,
in 2018.
it must be straight fucking Seinfeld reruns and
Yeah.
whatever like
Royalties.
from even Curb Your Enthusiasm. He has some
Mhm.
sort of
This is
like,
according
role.
to
No,
Really?
not acting role, but like
Oh, like he's a producer. Or
yeah, he
something,
probably has his name on it. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
if that was the case.
But dude, comedy has changed. Like it has.
Yeah,
like,
even in movies, like there's like comedic movies, like that
Yeah.
shit didn't exist.
Mhm.
But I'm saying even stand-up comedy when it first started, when Dave Chappelle came up with his first one, like his 1st
Uh-huh.
special, like at the time it was completely different. Like the jokes, they could be said. Like now, sometimes I think they're kind of restricted a little.
Yeah,
Wait,
like they
wait,
they
who-
actually
who's
try
restricted?
some
Who's
restrict
Like
comedians.
the comedians nowadays, like they're
Oh, yeah.
restricted to say some things. Like Dave Chappelle was talking about black people and eating chicken and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like in his first special, the one that everybody caught on to.
Dude, there's a big problem with that. They're always talking about on the Joe Rogan podcast is like that censorship that's being put into comedy
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Because like comedy's comedy. You
Well,
know?
apparently Netflix. What Joe Rogan I think said one time is that Netflix gives you a list of things that like you can't
not to touch on.
not to touch on,
Mm-hmm.
and they said like it will go through, like your comedy special will go through as long as you don't do this or do that. Like
Wow.
there's I think
I don't know,
No,
man.
I believe
He
it.
says lots of times that like Netflix gives you a lot of creative
Oh,
freedom.
that too.
But no, it's definitely plausible that they give you like a list of things to
100%.
avoid talking about. But
But some comedies
when it comes down to like people going to like small comedy clubs and shit like that,
they have freedom.
they're unhinged. They'll
Yeah.
say whatever they
Yeah.
want,
But
and that's good. I think.
We've had this conversation, I believe, off the podcast. I think it was a couple weeks ago. We were discussing how like Russell Peters,
Mm-hmm.
his mainframe pretty much was they were all racial jokes.
Yeah.
Whether it
Yeah, there
was
was, like,
his
Chinese
own race,
stereotypes.
it was whether it was his own race
Yeah.
or it was everybody
His,
else's. And we said that he wouldn't have a career if he
yeah,
were to be
one
doing
of his
comedy
one
now.
of his specials was called Black, White, Red, and Brown
That was the funniest one.
or something.
Is this
He's
Russell
a-
Peters?
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
one with the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah, that's
it
the
goes-
first comedy special I ever saw.
He goes, "What's that smell?"
Mm-hmm.
You know who
Shit.
used to be? Remember when Dane Cook was like the top dog?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did well for a while, man.
Then he did movies, and then shit hit the
Honestly,
fan.
Employee of the Month was a fucking funny
Yeah.
movie. I love that
Apparently-
movie.
apparently there was like some shit with his brother that he like stole a lot of money from him, and yeah, it was some whole huge thing.
His brother stole
His
money
brother
from
stole
Dane
money
Cook
from
or
Dane
vice
Cook,
versa? Okay,
yeah.
got it.
I don't remember the nitty gritty, but it was a big thing.
hmm
I'm just looking at that
Yeah, I
pack
didn't
of
know
red
that.
apples.
Dude, it's
Oh, yeah.
nice, eh?
It's beautiful.
Man, it's pretty cool, eh?
Put some
Mhm.
cigarettes
Oh,
in there.
sorry. Yeah, we can drop.
Is that the
some.
Reservoir Dogs on the side?
Yeah, it's an image of the Reservoir Dogs, but it's
A
not
Band
supposed to be
Apart.
from. Yeah, that's Tarantino's like producing company or something.
Oh,
a band.
really?
Yeah. What's it called? A Band Apart.
Yeah.
A Band Apart. Yeah, just for those listening, we'll post a photo of it to the Instagram.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
Red Apple Cigarette. Yeah, A Band Apart Film Company was a production company founded by Quentin Tarantino and a few others, but which was active from 91 to 06, so it's disbanded now. But anyway, these these red apples in all the Tarantino movies they smoke red apple cigarettes, and I got some printed from my place of work and got them all like folded up and stuff like that, and we got a cool little pack of red apples now for a little piece of memorabilia for us at the Unfinished Basement.
Yeah, we gotta start filling up this table with a little bit of.
Yeah, we need like
Yeah.
little odds and ends.
Yeah.
There's not really too much
There's not-
space
no,
right
there
now,
really
but
isn't.
a
It's
lot of
cluster-
space,
it's
but
a
we're gonna have
clusterfuck.
hoodies soon and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And once we get a little
Pop
bit
sockets.
of a fall, yeah, pop socket. That'd actually be pretty cool.
It would be really fucking
Yeah.
cool,
We
can
man.
do that
Someone
through,
sees that, they're like, "What is
We
that?"
could do that through my website.
Perfect,
100%.
man. Yeah,
But,
that'd be really good.
Yeah, if we get a little bit bigger too,
yeah,
we'll get some merch going.
yeah, no, for
We,
sure.
we have a
for
cool ass logo, so
100%.
Fuck yeah.
Put
One
that
of
on
our-
my ass. No.
I was gonna say like we could put like a Goo game on a shirt, but like that's Key and P.
Yeah, that's
cute.
trademark.
We
Yeah.
could put Hola Chiquito.
Yeah, fuck.
is that really gonna become one of our
No,
trademarks?
no.
That'd be
Fuck.
jokes.
But-
That's what I'm putting on the Insta post today. Hola chiquito. No, hola chiquitis.
Yeah.
For plural, I don't know, man.
How much
Hola
time are we at?
chiquiti.
So
New
that-
episode out right now. We are at 1 hour and 37 minutes.
So if we get a little bit bigger, we're gonna have fucking people following me
Mhm.
around. Hola chiquito, hola
no.
chiquito as a joke too. Fuck
Fuck.
off. Anyways,
But yeah. Did you guys see the Hateful Eight?
No, I didn't watch it yet. Well, I mean, yet it's been out for years, but like since you re-recommended it, I did not watch it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
we should have a sit down and watch it all together.
Yeah, we should, and then talk about it in the podcast after.
We
Mhm.
should.
We
What,
definitely have to before Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Mhm.
comes
Yeah.
out.
What other topics do we have in particular that we should touch on
Um,
today?
I don't think
Oh,
we really
well,
had any
Um,
other than that.
Or free
Chair Girl
roaming.
was kicked out of medical school or
Yeah.
dental school
Dental.
rather, dental hygienist school. So there's that, but there's not really anything
Still-
to touch on.
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty
just
much
that.
that's pretty much the
Still an
the story.
escort.
Oh, did you guys hear about in Toronto? Was it Toronto? Markham, something like that.
The
22-year-old
abduction.
Yeah, I think it was
22-year-old
Markham.
guy. He got kidnapped in his parking garage by 4 guys, thrown into the back of a stolen van with a stolen license plate,
Mm-hmm.
and they found him today.
They found him today.
He apparently he lugged his ass. He was knocking on someone's door. He ended up in Muskoka.
Seriously?
Muskoka.
Holy fuck.
So God knows they haven't really released much on why he was taken,
Mhm.
what for, like
Yeah, it's an ongoing investigation.
So
and,
Mhm.
yeah, there's that,
the
but
police
it's
are looking into him too to
Yeah.
see why he was targeted.
it's
because
fucking
Right.
it's scary
could be
to
some
think,
illicit
man,
shit.
because like they just ran up to him with a taser. They tased him a couple times and threw him into the truck.
That's
That's
fucked up.
nuts,
I
man.
mean, I'm just hearing about this now, so that
But-
sounds really
Yeah,
fucked up.
it's
Yeah.
it's crazy,
You
but
know-
thank God he's okay.
Yeah. You reminded me of something with the Muskokas. You and I discussed it yesterday. Right now, there's our Porter Airlines will be offering flights from YYZ to the Muskoka Airport
Let's
in
do
the
it.
summertime for
Really?
$100. It's a 20-minute flight.
20-minute flight.
And the idea is that you beat, like, when traffic is hectic on on like long weekends and shit like that in the summer to go up to the Muskokas, you beat it all by taking this flight.
Porter's nice. I've taken it. I took
Yeah,
it to Oshiega
it's like the
from Montreal.
it's like the budget airline, you know, but it's perfect because they got a lot of really good
It's
deals,
free beer.
you know. What?
I swear to God, dude. They gave us a beer, complimentary,
Really?
for Porter. Yeah, when I went to Montreal. For
Maybe
Holy
the
Oshiega.
fuck,
flight,
what
maybe
a
the flight
party.
has to be a certain
Ace-
yeah.
length.
Ace Hill is the beer.
I want these motherfuckers to fly me to and from work every day. Give me a free beer.
Jeez. But like, how far of a drive is Muskoka? Like 2.5 hours.
An hour.
Yeah,
it's
An
about
hour and a-
2.5
2:15.
hours,
Is it
3
2.5?
hours, depending on the traffic. Yeah, it's not
It's
very
not-
close.
okay.
It's not like Niagara or Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go consider. You basically take it to the end of the. Excuse me.
I didn't know they had a fucking airport.
Porter?
It's
That's
not-
what I said. When
It's
I
not
found
an
out.
international airport.
No, Porter.
way.
Porter
God,
flies
no,
out of.
no.
I think.
But,
it
There's
can
an
go-
airport here in Tottenham.
Is
Is
there?
there?
Yeah, it looks like an airstrip.
Yeah, that's probably what it is in Muskoka.
Yeah.
But you take the 400 basically till it ends.
Yeah, but
I think.
that's like Aurelia at that point. Like,
Well, then you veer off to the
Yeah.
right, whatever that turns into. I don't know. I just know that that's
it's
what you do.
it has to be less than 2 hours because Combermere, whenever we go,
Yeah,
that's like
how-
2.5, 3 hours.
That's a fun drive, though, dude. Every
Yeah,
time.
it is. I don't mind the drive, man.
Are you doing it again?
Now, would
Yeah.
you take this option? Let's say someone even gave you the flight for free.
Oh,
They
I'd
said
take the flight
we'll
for free,
pay-
but I won't pay $100.
Yeah,
Right.
like let's say this. We'll pay for either your gas to get there, or we'll pay for the flight. What would you rather do?
Or take the gas.
Really?
Yeah, man. The
drive's
drive
nice.
is part of the experience.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
you know.
An hour and 54. Sorry to interrupt, but an hour and 54 minutes.
From here.
But no, from Vaughan, but that's no traffic.
So,
like on those nutty
we'll round it.
weekends.
We'll round it to 2:15, 2:30 on a
Yeah.
on a traffic-filled weekend.
Yeah.
Here's
yeah.
my beef with it.
Mm.
The whole airport process. The time you save, it's not even worth it after
Mhm.
that. By the time you check in your bags, by the time you go through your screening,
Park your car.
by the time you park your car, you got to pay for parking too. So that's
Yeah.
another expense that nobody's really thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You get there, you land. Now you got to get your baggage again. It's like a 3-hour process in itself. So like, what's the difference? You just drive yourself there. So what? You got to sit in a little bit of traffic and you have to be attentive because you're driving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that's the smarter thing to do is to just drive. I wouldn't take a 20-minute flight
Yeah.
just for an hour there of just hanging out at the airport and then an hour after getting my bag and getting my passport checked.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be it would make more sense if you're coming from like Niagara or even because then that turns into like a 4.5 hour drive or 4 hour drive. You know, 4.5 probably, maybe even 5 if you're coming from up there. You know, then you stop off at YYZ on the way, like
Yeah.
taking the QEW down 427 and etc. Then it would make more sense. But for us, being where we are, obviously for you, Jules, considering your position, but like for us in Vaughan, it doesn't make sense. We're backtracking to get to YYZ.
Mhm.
Plus, like you say, we're wasting all that time and like additional costs, right? So plus, man, fuck it. I mean, if you can afford to spend the $120, just save that money towards just buying a fucking Tesla. You don't even need to be attentive anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
What do
pretty
you
dope.
guys
That's the
say?
future.
Should we end her off today?
Yeah, yeah. Let's call it.
All right.
Very
Any
dope.
closing remarks?
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, oh god. Thanks again to everybody for listening to the podcast. Like Jules said earlier, we have 200 plus unique devices, over 200 hours listened to our. This is our
Almost
8th episode.
8th episode, almost 50 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're sitting at like 47 right now.
Is this
Mhm.
episode 9?
Episode
eight.
8.
So next
no,
week is
no,
this
episode
is
9.
episode
This is
nine.
episode 9.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
Because
that's
episode
last
9.
week was our 2 months.
Yeah.
Today is more like
No,
our 2
now
months.
it's like now we've
Well,
been 2
technically, like
months.
uploading.
yeah.
If we're thinking a week at a time
Mhm.
uploading, last week was our 2 months.
Our
of
first
uploading.
episode came out January 20 something.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we hit it.
so
We
2
fucking
months
did
now.
it. 2 months. We beat the threshold for the
Mhm.
average lifespan of a podcast.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
That's the average lifespan.
Seven-
Yeah,
seven
7
episodes?
episodes.
Yeah.
is
So
the,
we're
yeah.
we were surpassed that and
We're gonna keep
full
on
steam
chugging.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
yeah.
I don't like, weekly episodes like that doesn't seem like that big of an issue or a hurdle for us to cross because we all love doing this
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
and we have fun doing it, setting up these blankets, plugging in our microphones, giving a little test when one of us always gives the inevitable. So it's
Kissing for
it's
the
a
mic.
fun little process. You know, we get to vape down here. We got some drinks. Not
Yeah.
today. We didn't drink anything today. But
In the summertime, you guys could expect possibly a couple episodes a week.
Yeah.
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 Next
But,
week we're drinking. Right?
Yeah. Next week we're
Next
drinking.
yeah,
week
we're
is the
planning on
10th episode.
having it like one sober episode, just like dedicated to serious talks. Not really dedicated to anything really. It's the same as it always has
Yeah.
been.
Mhm.
But we're gonna have one episode a week. Hopefully, we should do it on Fridays. I think, where we just get hammered and we just talk and just be drunk.
Well, let's figure out what day we're gonna do the drunken episode next week, so I can make sure to take care of some
Prior
responsibilities for the next day. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Make sure that
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere hungover because not that I'm saying it explicitly, but next week I start working full time because school's over. So let's just make sure we pick out the day so that I can
Yeah. Well, Tuesday.
make arrangements.
We'll go back to normal scheduling.
So we're coming here on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
which means Wednesday
Is probably when
I'll be
we'll be
hungover.
home.
Okay, got it.
All right. So, yeah, that's you guys are
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
Again,
Thank you,
so-
everybody.
Thank you for listening once again. This has been our 9th episode
Tom
of the
Fee, baby.
Unfinished Basement Podcast.
Follow us on Insta.
Follow us on Instagram at the Unfinished Basement Podcast. We're on obviously Apple Podcasts. We are also on Spotify,
Don't forget that Stitcher.
Stitcher as well, and of course our website is www.theunfinishedbasementpodcast.squarespace.com. You can listen to all the episodes there, get the pictures as well. We're pretty active with all of that. Everything
Mhm.
everything comes
We
up
got
once
show
a week.
notes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start doing like a breakdown of the timestamps.
Timestamps, yeah.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Perfect.
Tom
Well,
Fee, baby.
Thank you
Mhm.
again,
Tom
everybody,
Fee.
for listening. And until next time, we will see you on our 10th episode of the Unfinished Basement Podcast. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Later.
Later.